All right, Jay.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? Happy New Year. Fellas, what's good, man?
What's good?
How's y'all
What's
New Year's
good?
going?
Can everybody hear
Yo.
us? It might be a slightly longer lag time to the chat, so we're going to see what's popping. This Wi-Fi
All right,
crazy in
man.
Greece.
But we always say it's never a good show unless we have some type of tech issue.
Technical
So
difficulties, that's a fact.
yeah.
Banking
So
on it.
shout out to the chat for rocking with us for sure. I am your host, Jay Britton. I got Shaq. I got JD, Dale. How's y'all New Year's going?
Lit?
Shaq, what is lit? Why is it lit?
Nah, man. Just over here chilling, ready to play on Thursday, Missed last game, but I'm ready to go, man. I'm excited.
Let's go. Happy New Year to you all. I'm excited to be back. Took a little week break from Player's Choice. But this is, first show of 2021. We're ready to get back into it. I want you all to look at the chat really quick. I posted a link for the Discord. Make sure you guys join. That's where we can stay connected. You guys get updates. We can chat it up, yada, yada, yada. So make sure you click that link and join up.
Dale, you look vibrant.
Yeah, man. Happy New Year. Got
Happy
to
New
shape
Year.
up at home. Got to shape up, feeling good. New beginnings already on the forefront.
I
Yeah.
need to
Got
shape
to
up.
feel a little more easy. Today's the fiance birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, of course.
Yeah, thank you.
Happy birthday.
So, life is all right, man. Life is
That's
got
what's
the J
up.
Water coming.
Hey, listen, man.
Going. I've been
Like-
last week. I didn't get out my bed all day when we canceled the show. So about the J Awards. So yo, Shaq, go look at the joint, and you have to write so we don't collide.
What you mean? We're not colliding. It's impossible.
Okay. All right.
So Chad,
He
let
wrote
us
me like a
know.
surprise.
Chad, let us know if the J Awards have been getting better each week, because I feel like this might be the best J Awards going forward, and then the one we were gonna do last week. But we gotta start the show, man. Our first topic, we can't ignore what's going on across the country, or sorry, in the U.S. Capitol. If you guys are unaware, in Greece or wherever you guys are at, there was some rioters that stormed the U.S. Capitol building, and the whole NBA acknowledged what was going on by taking a knee. So it's a lot to unpack here, a lot of things that we've all been seeing, a lot of division in the country, and it's just a whole lot of stuff we can go down that we could talk about. But I just want to acknowledge the NBA and how they're just standing together on this topic. So, Shaq, what are your thoughts about what's going on now in our nation's capital?
I'm actually glad that you came to me first, because they got this running joke in the chat about Dale's audio, and it's just the funniest thing to me. They said, I got a classic one for you. Delroy's volume is low. And then Mariana said, I think it's getting better. Anyways, yeah, man, as far as what's going on in the U.S. Capitol, man, I'm a half a day ahead, so I mean, I was getting real time around this time a few days back, and it's just. I hope this is an eye opener for everybody, especially people that didn't really believe that these type of things were going on, or that people felt this type of way. And as far as sports and politics, I think it's only right that sports and politics go together, because these are huge figures that have a voice, just like Donald Trump has a voice on Twitter. These guys have voices as well, and they can persuade people and try to open people's eyes. But I mean, the whole thing is divisive, and I just really think it was an eye opener, and it was scary to watch the videos and kind of see what was going on. And I don't know, man. It's just the same thing every other week, and it's just like, why can't everybody just treat everybody with decency, treat everybody with respect? I don't know, Jay. What you think?
Yeah. I mean, I think you hit on a lot of good points there. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be hard to do this without cursing, man. It's everything that has happened over the last 4 or 5 years is coming to, a tipping point, and it's
Mm-hmm.
just boiling over, and it's terrifying, and it's sad to see what's the events that unfolded at the Capitol, and I hope that, oh man, I just hope that we can move on from this and like end this chapter, please. Like it's like I said, it's terrifying, and like I said, I don't know what to say without just starting going down a rabbit hole and start cursing left and right, man. But I'll keep it short and simple. It's wrong. These people, they've already started putting people in cuffs and locking them up, but I mean, let's just try and unify the country, please, somebody, and move on, because this is just terrible. It makes us look weak, and the division is just continuing to grow, and we just need to come together and get past this point.
Dale, what are your thoughts, man?
Man, to think that America has just became the laughing stock of the United Nations, and it's not even about money thing, and it's just pure dignity and respect like you have amongst each other. Like I really can't tell I could see this happening so wickedly anywhere else. But I guess and it's all because it's really because of Donald Trump. Like that's why I smirked when Jay said what he said, because everything is just coming to like an avalanche, just been building up for these last 4 years, and it's just gonna crash at the end. Like 3 4 months ago, it was a Black Lives Matter protest at the Capitol. You have armed guards there with guns out and all these stuff. Now it's different skin tone, getting to sit in the chairs, probably steal documents. It's really really wild. I seen a tweet on Twitter that said, "I'm not impressed anymore about Nicolas Cage stealing from the Capitol in a movie." And I'm like, yo, that's how it. And they're in there. They're like, and I saw another clip of a woman where she sounded like she was in old school, like we're going streaking on the quad. It's really a mess, man, and it's crazy to see that, nothing. Like, of course, you hear people about being murdered now, some people killed, but to just sit and imagine if that was black people, the massacre that really would have happened there, it's just sad. And it's only positive could come out of this, because there's no way you could turn a blind eye to the reaction of how them people were treated differently. It's no way. Like, and if you really do that, I have to look at you like, okay, I see. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it now. I get who you are as a person, because you can't explain it. There's no explanation, but one's white and one's black, and that's it.
And I do want to say, like, to the lady that passed away, nobody, or the people, it was 4 people that passed away. Like, that's just crazy, and that's not right. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't have had to die.
Jay, I think that's the difference about this whole situation, because we're not looking at it like, oh, why didn't you kill them? I think it's more so from a standpoint of, man, it's amazing how peaceful the protests were, and I get it, some got violent in the summer, of course, but I mean, that's years and years, like hundreds of years of fed up, but when you're just American, American white, just regular American white guy or white gal, it's like you have had the entitlement. And I'm not saying like it's anything wrong with that, but there has been a sense of entitlement any way you try to flip it. And it's, it's been more privileges and more things have been done for you. So for you to have the audacity after your president lost to storm into the Capitol building just because you lost, because if every other ethnicity in the States did that when something didn't go their way, it would be chaos, and it would be looked at as psychotic and crazy. And it just goes to show you, because everybody in the Republican Party now all of a sudden, oh, Trump is crazy. You knew Trump was crazy at the beginning. You knew Trump was crazy.
There's just no repercussions that can come now because it's so late in the game. So of course now they're not afraid to speak up. And I want to touch on that too, of the lady getting shot, and then there were some other deaths as well. No one's happy that people are dying. No one's looking at this like good. I mean, that, you know, there's probably some crazy people who are fed up and they are like, you know, like, thank God, you know, it's like it's sad. It's sad anytime someone dies. Here's the thing. If they everyone who was outside of the Capitol that day that was protesting peacefully had the right to do so. And by all means, go ahead, stand out there and show your support. But when you start trying to break into the building where the most high level officials in the government are in there trying to work for democracy, and you start storming the building trying to break in, their security and their lives are now at stake. And so you have to defend those people in the building. So what do you expect? The outcomes are not going to be good once people start breaking in. Like, you have to react, you have to respond. And it's the unfortunate reality. And I wish that no one would have died. But when you start breaking into the building, you have to protect those people. So it's just the sad reality of the situation.
Yo, but if I was those cops and I was there, I'd have been petrified. Like, I seen one of the SWAT guys, he got stuck in the door and they're just trying to rip off his gas mask and he literally can't breathe. And then they try to show some compassion and sympathy, like, oh, what we're doing is, you know, bananas. But I mean, even at the end of the day, it's like, what did you guys set out to accomplish? And, you know, I want to know how severe the jail cases or, you know, the sentencing will be, because, you know, it's a guy that got 8 years for, you know, from the Ferguson riots. So I'll be curious, you know, you know, where they go with this.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Do you guys have anything else you guys want to add to this? Because I feel like we can keep going on and on about this.
I just got one more quick question, just for insight. Jordan, you know, I'm not trying to put you on the spot or come at you any type of way. I just know you can answer this articulately. So growing up, did you ever have any fear of the police?
No, like, here's the thing. Growing up, I don't think I ever really had any fears of anyone or any. I mean, I was scared of heights, but I'm not like scared of other people. I'm not scared of like police. You know, you. To me, it was almost like a comforting feeling growing up and seeing police in the area of like, oh, I feel a little bit of sense of security. And I know that's weird for me to say, because now with
That's
what
crazy.
we're seeing, like my eyes are open to the reality of like what people of color experience and what they're saying about, hey, when I see a police officer or someone in uniform, my anxiety starts spiking a little bit. Like, what, you know, like, are they gonna just continue on? Are they gonna bother me? Like, that's sad, and it's a terrible reality in the United States. I actually saw a video a couple days ago of, it was a TikTok video actually, of a girl explaining that she was in another country. It's like France or Italy or wherever, or like, I don't remember where exactly she was, but she was saying that she heard like a loud noise or something and went to like cover, and the locals were like kind of looking at her and laughing, like, what is going on? Like, that doesn't happen here. So like, the United States is, it's just kind of it's a different place.
Gotcha. Just wanted to know, man. I didn't want to put you on the spot.
Oh no, you're good, man. I appreciate, I respect it. That's what I love about this, and like the fact that I love sitting with you guys, because I get to hear your guys' perspectives, and they're so much different than mine in my experiences. And so I'm always getting educated. So I love that about this.
And likewise, too, we definitely hear your perspectives, and we always encourage you to always be yourself, Jordan, because it's a different vibe, but it's all good, man. It's what makes players' choice. So moving on to topic 2, man, like the NBA, we just like, we know we didn't see you guys last year, and there's just so much to cover, but we cannot miss Steph Curry going for 62. And my question to you guys, is he in the race for MVP this year? Because he's going to put up numbers. He's going to be close to the 50, 40, 90 club. And it's just ridiculous. Like, he's the greatest shooter of all time, despite of what Shaq says about being a prisoner in the moment. I think that he is, and nobody soon will top what he's done in the league. So Shaq, I'm gonna start with you. Is he an actual candidate for MVP this year or what?
Nah, he's not a
Or
candidate,
am I
but
capping?
no,
Oh
yeah,
man.
this is cap. He's not even gonna finish top 10. He'll probably finish top 10, but I mean it'll be
Wow.
all off of individual performances because at the end of the day they may or may not make the playoffs. I know Jordan's flip flopping on that with me, but I mean I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs at all. I don't think they have any chance. It's gonna go downhill, but Steph's gonna put up some amazing numbers and he's gonna be doing his thing. But MVP, no way, no way. You already know who that's going
Even
to.
even that Green is back. They can't make a push for the playoffs.
Man, it's gonna take. They need Clay. We know that they need Clay. They're missing out on Clay, but to watch Steph do this and know that he can light it up like this, I mean, it was expected. Nobody can guard Steph Curry, and he will go down as probably the greatest shooter of all time. But I mean, no, he gets to feel with all these other All Stars, what Kobe had to feel, what LeBron had to feel in these down years with a not so good team, and you got to make the best of it. So we're gonna see what he's gonna do.
So even though they beat the Clippers Friday, Jordan, do you feel like
stop? Oh,
yeah,
okay. My
Jordan,
bad.
do you feel like yeah, Jordan, do you feel like Steph can help his team make the playoffs
I mean, I think
and be MVP?
I think Golden State can make the playoffs. I know I came out crazy with a prediction of Golden State's not even going to win 20 games because they just look so sloppy out the gate. But I mean, it's the beginning of the season. You know, they're going to hit their stride. I think they'll be okay. It's not going to be. They're not going to have a cakewalk to the playoffs, right? And Steph is obviously going to be a MVP candidate. I personally think I said KD was going to be my MVP favorite at the beginning of the season. I'm changing my mind. I have to go with my guy, Luka Doncic. I think that Luka's going to have the best case for MVP when all is said and done at the end of the year. I hope to see it too because I don't know who like the youngest MVP is, but I mean, he's only 20 years old. So a 20-year-old in the league getting the MVP would be awesome to see, and it would be from my Dallas Mavs.
Dale, what's up, man? You got a lot on your mind right now.
Yes.
Let's get it.
Because it's like Steph don't need to go through the moments Bron, Kobe. He went through that already. Like he did that already. So I feel like
Did he?
I had them in the playoffs. You said what?
His expectations were never as high as Kobe or LeBron's when he was going through it.
Don't matter. He been through it.
But it does matter. But it does. But it kind of does matter. It kind of does. Because when you get handed that crown that he had, he got handed the crown, and now the expectations are high.
He took it. He took it. He took it. He didn't. No one handed Steph Curry anything.
No, I'm saying he got no. I'm saying he got handed in the sense of everybody who wins a championship. Now, okay, now the crown is yours. Whether he took it or it was handed to him, the bottom line is still he never had any pressure before he won those championships. Zero.
Okay, you could say that. Then don't say he.
Those are facts.
Losing, but he shmoney danced on the NBA for 3 years, and we witnessed it ridiculously. All of us was in awe of what he's doing.
But he's about to do the same thing with a losing record this year. So what does that mean?
This is where I'm going with that. I don't think they'll lose this. Like, I think they make the playoffs. I had them losing Clay hurt because if Clay was there, I had them coming out the West. Honestly, I just did because the way they play basketball.
So you think he's about to win MVP?
No, because they're not going to be a winning team. But he's gonna be.
But if you take that out, oh, if you take out
the winning, yes, easy.
Yo,
yes.
Jay,
yes.
can you mark down Stephen Curry for his J Award selection, please?
What? What? If they take out winning, for sure, Steph Curry would be a top 2 MVP candidate. Bro, look what he's doing. Look what he can do. No one's really stopping that light-skinned assassin. No one's doing it. No one's doing it. He still controls what he controls. He started off slow. Everybody's like, who, this, that, damn, not the same look, yada. Then he had 62. Then he put 34 and 3/4.
62 is crazy. 62 is crazy.
Crazy. Like, so without the rules, for sure, hit MVP candidate. And I feel they'll make a playoff. And teams will not want to play Steph Curry in the playoffs, no matter what seed he is.
Yeah, no, because he's a heat check guy.
He can win 2 games on his by himself.
Hey, Memorial Earn, I agree with you.
Triga said, "Can we turn Dell down again?"
See? Now I'm loud.
No, it's not even that you're loud. He just
No, I know,
doesn't
I know.
agree with you.
What I'm trying to say is Memorial earned. Jokic will win it before Luka does.
But this is the thing with the subscribers of the whole European thing. When you say like Jokic and when you say like Luka, everything perk up for them. They like yeah.
Yeah, but you got to give him that because it's been years since Dirk Nowitzki won his MVP.
Right.
So
but I'm riding with Luka. Luka's a great choice. Jokic right now too is a pretty good choice based on how he's playing. But I had Greek the last 2 years, and you see how that pan out.
So Dale, do you believe since Green is back, will they even place like 7, or will they just make the playoff to 8?
I got him 6 or 7.
That's what I thought too. That's what I was thinking about 6.
I got him 6 or 7.
Why?
Especially if Kelly start hitting threes, for sure, because he does everything else for them. If Kelly start hitting his threes, I think they'll be all right. Because, bro, you got to look at it. Clay, this just proves how big of a piece Clay was, honestly. And because when you get Clay back before KD got there, all you have is replacing Andrew Wiggins and Harrison Barnes, and that team won 73 games. And James Wiseman right now is better than Andrew Bogut was at that time.
True. Facts.
So with Clay back, that's a form.
But the experience isn't the same, and you know that matters.
It does, but he's playing alongside Hall of Famers that would push him, like and clicking, like making it click. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when Clay got hurt, I was on this show pouting.
Yeah, facts. So you got something else to say?
No, but this is just insane. This low key should have been a buy or sell, so I could have sold it for cheap. I'm not buying this. Steph, no, I don't even think he's gonna finish. Top 10 maybe towards the end. Paul George is gonna finish in front of me.
Now he's cap, bro. He's cap.
All right, you're gonna see.
Since you so cap, bro,
long season. It's a long season.
I have a question. Do you think Bradley Beal's gonna be up there?
They owe Bradley Beal their lives this year after he got snubbed last year. So expect the reporters to vote him into everything.
For sure.
But they got to start winning though.
Good question. Good question.
But quick. Is Westbrook a Cancer? I have to know this.
Dale, is he?
Yeah, he might.
Oh, Dale can't hear us.
Dale, can you hear us?
Dale, can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm back now. What?
I said, is Westbrook a Cancer?
No, he's not. He's not. I'm not a huge Westbrook fan as I was, but he's not. I'm never gonna put him as the Cancer. He's a drawbox, so he's for sure on the list of the drawboxes. But he's not a Cancer. No, he's not a Cancer because players like playing with Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? Like other than like James, they still cool as hell. But
players who never won though. They love playing with Westbrook, but people that want to win, he'll never be in that conversation, and it's sad.
Okay, so is Carmelo Anthony a Cancer?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm telling you, one of these days we got to have a Carmelo topic, and the whole buy or sell can be him and his 5 greatest accomplishments, and I'll sell 4 out of the 5, everything except the NCAA championship, because Carmelo is not this guy you think he is. He's the low key an imposter.
Interesting. What is he trying to be?
Well, I'm just saying because he doesn't act like you guys act like he is the greatest thing since sliced bread, and he's not. Is he going to go down as a top? What is he going to go down as a top NBA player of all time? Top what? 50?
Top 50. I'd put him top 50.
Yeah, he'll be top 50.
Barely.
I'll put. Yeah, but you see, this is like, I don't know. Some players just do something to Shaq, and I want to know, what did Melo ever do to you?
It's what he didn't do. It's what he didn't do for his fans for many, many years.
Interesting, but I never thought Melo was a Cancer.
But Dale, where are you from? For the fans in the chat, where are you from?
I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
And where is Carmelo played? You know what? All right, you wanna? What you wanna do? You wanna have this conversation? You wanna have this conversation? Yeah,
Jay,
you know, with Melo, you New Yorkers have a love for Melo that is unbelievable and undeniable.
This is gonna end with Shaq saying "touche." So let's not just.
Yo,
right, we'll save it for we'll save it for another day.
New Yorkers,
we'll save it for another day.
New Yorkers, man.
Hey, but
nothing like.
Hey, but we're switching gears now to Master P and Baron Baron Davis. And chat, if you guys don't know who Master P is, make him say, he's an entrepreneur, but he showed us how to, he showed us how to get money, right? Independently, he came in, he had his own money, he flipped it, he showed people how to be themselves. Like, he did so much for the culture. And now him and All-Star Baron Davis are in the works of buying Reebok. And that's huge, right? So that's on so many levels. You see Master P on social media promoting his own brands. Now he's promoting other people brands and pushing it forward. So shout out to Master P and Baron Davis. And Baron Davis been on the investing and business side, the tech side, during his career. So he's made a lot of smart business decisions that we don't even know about. So what do you guys think about?
Jay, tell him how much the deal would be worth.
Oh, wasn't it something like
2
billion?
Something billion.
Okay, we don't got a cap meter. We don't got a cap meter on this show yet, but I can't wait to create one.
Why? What do you got to say, Shad? What do you got to say? Like, this is not a smart move? Like, no, you saying like it's not going to happen or what?
Nah, it's a bid, first off. Second off,
right.
Nah, I don't. Man, it's the reason that all of these athletes who make all of these hundreds of millions of dollars can't often afford to buy these teams, these businesses, because it takes so much more money. It takes partners. It takes a lot of paperwork, a lot of stuff that I feel like Master P knows what it takes, and he's putting Baron Davis on. And let's not forget, Master P made $250 million before, just being off of independent. He was basically SoundCloud before SoundCloud with his own self. So it's like, he made his coin. How much of that is left? Maybe 100. So I'm just trying to figure out where all of this extra money is coming in from. And of course, they're going to have partners, and it's going to be, ownership, maybe 10%, 5%, 4%, 3%, whatever it is, it's still, it's still Reebok. So you're going to make some money. But I'm like, why didn't you do this years ago? That just goes to show how hard it's going to actually be.
But hold on, let me answer that question, and maybe let me put this out there. Maybe it's just because of everything that's going on now, the push for diversity in corporate America, is pushing down people's necks. Okay, Adidas, we're gonna do this, because
listen,
this
if they
looks
have the
right.
money, if they have the money, and if that's what it's about, I feel like they should get top billing over everybody else that's involved, because I'm not saying it's old, but it's we got to get some type of repercussions here sooner or later. And, I'm going to take it wherever I can get it. But Baron Davis, I'm just trying to think. I'm just like, Baron, where do you come in? I don't feel like you have that much money.
But
regardless of the money, wherever the money comes from, doesn't matter if Baron Davis has any money, it's skin in the game. That's a great connection for them. So like Jay said.
But it's not better than Allen Iverson. That skyrockets
it doesn't matter
you to the top. That's like Kanye West. That's like Kanye West and Adidas.
Here's the thing. It doesn't really matter exactly who it is. The fact that Baron Davis was a prominent NBA player and he's still well connected in the industry.
What does prominent mean?
I think he's a liked guy. I'm just saying he was a big
No, I just
want
clarification. Okay.
I'm just saying he was a big name in the NBA, and here's the thing. He's still obviously is going to have connections to NBA, whoever, the people in management, players, whatever.
The Warriors, the Warriors? Wasn't he on the Warriors team?
Shaq, you're going to try and derail this, and it's not gonna.
I just wanted to know. He was a part of the team. He was a part of the team that beat the Mavs, right? That's your guy. Just wondering.
He was.
I hate you. Okay, so like Jay said, this is big on a couple fronts. So a big brand like Reebok, this is a household name, and if that can become majorly or black owned, that's huge for a lot of reasons. That's big for, like Jay said, for the culture. And having attaching Master P and Baron Davis's names to the brand, that opens up some doors and unique opportunities to expanding further into basketball, expanding further into not just like rap, but just music, the music industry. So it presents opportunities for them to further grow in these areas and try and compete with the likes of Adidas and Nike and Under Armour and try and bring Reebok up because Reebok's not like it is a big brand, but when you think of athletic wear and shoes, you're thinking of Adidas and Nike, right? You're not really even thinking about Reebok. I think that like Reebok is a big name in like CrossFit right now. So I think if they can attach their names to this and they can own Reebok, like I think it will just be a good move. And like I said, I think it just opens several doors for them.
Good take. Dale, tap in.
Yeah, when I seen this, it's a good read, but I didn't get it because, like you see, Jay-Z, he went with Puma. Meek be having these little sponsorship by them, and they take stakes. But I didn't understand Master P or Baron Davis fully wanted to buy in it without like integrating himself in terms of like sponsorship. Building a name first before you take it over, because it's your name and all that, but it only could get you that far. Like it's such a big loss and a risk that they want to take, and I felt like they was the wrong two to try to spearhead Reebok's comeback.
Yeah,
like I feel like them two was like I would have liked.
So who would you have had?
I'll take a Rick Ross, Dwayne Wade. I'll take that. Like the spearhead, like a retired player and a rapper now, but a Master P and Baron Davis. Jay-Z didn't even want to take over Puma. They probably wouldn't even let him, but he just, all right, I'm gonna get my little piece. They're gonna get from me what I'm gonna get from them. But the way the world is now is like, okay, black ownership, people stepping up, and I give them credit for that. But then another angle I was still about growing up, Master P made the ugliest sneakers known to men. So if he buy this over, just don't bring the designer from your own.
But that's the thing with Master P. Like I admire his grind, his hustle. Yeah, I admire his grind, his hustle, everything he's doing. Jay, what's the name of it?
Mignati.
Yeah, I get the concept, but his designs are so trash. They're so they're so aged. They're so dated. They're just. I just feel like
it's bad. It's
look,
really bad.
He's doing it for a certain demographic, right? Like
no.
Dude, I'm telling you, he's doing it for a certain demographic.
Yeah, but you've never seen those people wearing that. They're in the trenches.
They're in the hood. They're in the hood. They're in the trench. I'm telling you, like I wouldn't have worn them.
Okay, but that's like me trying to sell Teslas to lower class or middle class. Like that's like the higher end Teslas or a Rolls Royce or a Ferrari. Like it does. What money are you looking to make off of this? If you're doing it for the community, you're doing it for the kids, you're doing it for the culture, that's one thing. But I do not see Master P and Baron Davis being the answer to Reebok's problem. Nor do I think Reebok has a problem. I just feel like maybe in marketing, but maybe this is good exposure.
Everybody can't compete the same. Everyone can't compete the same. Like you can't say Reebok. You can't look at Nike and be like, "Oh, we could have been like them," or Adidas. You just can't. So, like after AI, it was that. Who was the other top that you guys had? You didn't. You wasn't building like that. Like Nike came with Braun, then Kobe, KD, Kyrie, Paul.
Right.
They coming with Pumas have like LaMelo. Pumas bringing up. Even Adidas is coming with hitters. Trae Young, Donovan Mitchell, these type of. The Chinese, what happened to Reebok? It was the Chinese team, Lining. They started taking the mid-tier NBA players and giving them more money. The Jimmy Butlers of the world, the D'Angelo Russell of the world. They went to China and got their bread. So Reebok is like, all right, we got to do something. And then when they got no limit, we gotta see, but I don't see it. Master P being Reebok's problem.
Like you guys are saying, I think you guys are all making valid points. I think Master P and Baron Davis, they'll get a probably small percentage, but yeah, the powers to be really that owns Reebok. First and foremost, Adidas is the parent company first and foremost.
Right,
okay, so then you have Reebok. Okay, so Master P, Baron Davis, and then they'll throw in Allen Iverson just to revamp that situation, right? I don't know what stake he has in it, but I feel like for the culture,
he has a check coming though. I think it's $40 million.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think it might have been more than that.
It's either 40 or 50.
When he turned 50 or 55.
It was something crazy.
I think it's 50.
It was something ridiculous.
When he turns 50. No, it's when he turns 50 years old. But I mean, half of that is gone.
He's already
he has taken out loans on that for sure over the years. No way that just stays there.
Right. So, All right, so we gotta keep pushing. Let's move on to Marvin Bagley's dad tweet. So, Chad, I don't know if you guys seen it. Was it last week or was it the week before? That he, his dad was out of pocket. With the power of Twitter, man, people just saying, dude, just crazy stuff. And this was one of them. Like, basically, he was saying like his son, needs more playing time. He's not because getting the playing time that he deserved. Right? Marvin Bagley came out. He was like first round. I mean, I know first round, but like first two picks, and he's not getting he's not getting the pub and recognition that Luka is. But Luka is producing, right? I think Bagley's been injured, but his dad, sent out a tweet. But then Darren Fox's dad said trade him. So there's some tension in the locker room that is going on. So what do you guys your thoughts on the request for a trade, Shaq?
Man, this is out of pocket. Anything that has to do with social media is out of pocket. When I got on social media and, berated my coach many years ago, it was out of pocket. I never stand up by anybody who is a social media guy, even though at moments I'm a social media guy. I get it, but as my father, you don't have to answer to the locker room. And that goes for both players. You don't have to walk in there every day. It's easier for you to have your phone out and your brand new Rolls Royce, sipping a little mojito, and you get a little bit ahead of yourself and you get offended by some tweets. But don't speak for me.
Yo, Shaq, I'm going to just cut you off. One thing I've been noticing about you, people with money can't have problems to you.
They can have problems. I'm just saying.
They can't.
This goes if you have money, if you don't have money, because I don't respect the. Man, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
What his Rose and his mojito?
No, because I'm telling you, you have an amazing life. You do.
Exactly. That's my point.
If you're a prisoner of your own mind and you don't do therapy, yoga, meditation, that's on you. Read self-help books, that's on you. That's not my problem. But if you want help with that situation, DM me, hit my line, text me. I'll give you a few pointers. But if you're just sitting back, just feeling entitled, which both fathers are, trade my son away. Yo, you're a millionaire.
But maybe
don't do it.
That's maybe I don't agree with it. Maybe that's his therapy. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, but that's bad.
I agree with you. Social media is, you know how I feel about how the draw boxes write down. It's like a punishment for your own crimes that you don't even know could come back and haunt you. The dad doing that, even when your boy Kyle Kuzma, his trainer, did that. It's like for what? Like what attention you need?
It never ends well.
Marvin Bagley could possibly be in a terrible situation. His pops could voice that simple, like, yeah, my son probably not in the right situation. Who knows? Simple.
But we know anybody that plays for the Kings is not in the right situation, except for De'Aaron Fox. So it's like, and Marvin Bagley follows me, so I don't know if he tuned in. I know he has a really big schedule, a really busy schedule. But what I'm trying to say is I'm not going to say anything about the guy's game. But, I feel like it would be suited somewhere else much better.
I agree with that. And his pops doing that, okay, people look at it, LeVar Ball did words, et cetera, putting that target pressure on your son's back, whatever the case may be. But I get it, but I can't ever go social media route, like, especially in a players' league. You know what I'm saying? The NBA, one thing, if you know what it is, it's a players' league, man, and they control the dynamic of most stuff. So you doing that in a players' league is like you want your son to get out of there. Like Jahlil Okafor, who I think had all the talent in the world, his dad did something like that, and then he's been scouring for stuff now. But I'll never agree with the social media antics.
NBA dads are the soccer moms of the NBA. They just want to put themselves out there all the time and protect their children, and they obviously they want what's best for them, but at some point, like you think it's tension based?
Yeah, I think it's attention based, man.
Oh, attention, yeah.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like you got to put your ego to the side. Like you have to, before you tweet, like you have to think about how is this going to affect my kid. Maybe they had a conversation. Maybe they had a conversation. He was like, "Hey, I'm about to fire off this tweet," and maybe he was like, "Yeah, let it fly," because I can't do it. So who knows?
These are rich people problems.
I have a story about NBA dad. One of Shaq's close friends. We supposed to play one-on-one with this summer. Goes by the name of Lance Stevenson. So Lance gets drafted. I knew Lance since he was in our 7th grade. His dad is he's probably the president of the dad club. So Lance gets drafted, I believe, and I've been hearing stories about his dad. He used to run up in the Indiana office and pressure Larry Bird, like, yo, what's up with my son? Like, just doing all this stuff. And I'm like, Lance, hell of a talent. He was a 2nd round pick. Wait till Lance turned out wealthy, and then also, but wait till your son get established before you go messing up his life. And when fathers doing that, I don't know what is in their mind. Honestly, sometimes they come from a different era, and they're looking at it as not the big corporate America the NBA is. It's just like, nah, I'm taking my son to this AU game. I'm about to holler at his coach.
Right.
Like no more. You can't. You have to change. You have to, hey, coach, can I talk to you? Or you just talk to the agent. But you can't.
Right.
You can't maneuver like that. Like you just can't.
Right. You can't follow him to the car.
Yeah, you can't wait for him outside. You can't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That coach is probably a millionaire as well. Like, you can't, like, these dudes be moving differently right now. You got to relax.
All right. So, speaking on the NBA, so the NBA crowd attendance has been an issue. Like, some players agree with it. Hey, we need our fans. And some ownerships, they're limiting the attendance around the league. So there's different, places that are allowing, a certain amount in there. And then some are just like, just are with the COVID guidelines. Nobody's in here. So we can just cut down on COVID, et cetera, et cetera. What do you guys think, like, should be the NBA situation? Should everybody follow the same thing, or should, depending on where you're at, because some places are bigger than others. You have Orlando, then you have New York, right? Like, those are 2 different markets, and Orlando might need the capital, you know what I'm saying, because the employees that are working there. Like, do you guys think that the whole NBA should follow the same guidelines, or do you think it should be just, it is what it is? We're going to have people here, but just limited attendance.
I don't think you let it be up to the teams to make their own decisions, because they're going to act selfishly. So you have to have some kind of control. You have to have set some protocols from the NBA, and it needs to be, whether that's testing at the front or it's just distancing requirements, mass, sanitation requirements, whatever it is. You put some protocols in place. You let the fans in. You don't, obviously, you can't pack the stadium, but like, people are allowed to do other things. Go to a restaurant or go to the store, whatever it is. So you just have to set some standards in place and make sure that they follow them. Obviously, I think they would get criticized for some of this stuff, but if they're not making it an issue and people aren't getting sick, like, I think there's a way to go about it that you can do it safely and allow fans to get back to enjoying basketball in person.
Yeah, what do you think?
Well, I didn't get it because it's not their fault. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not, you can't have fans now. You know what I'm saying? And it's something like, so it's basically them saying stuff just to, like, it's a privilege thing in their mind. Bro, you can't have fans now, and that's it. It's like, the NBA doesn't want you guys to not have fans. It's just what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and what was surprising because of that is, like, because of no fans, your ratings just skyrocketed. For the first time in the last 15 to 17 years, the ratings was up like 75% or some craziness I seen. So I get it. You missed that jubilation feel, that whatever, but this is not happening just because of what's going on. And you went through the bubble, so you like it ain't going nowhere for right now. So just suck it up and hoop.
Gotcha.
I agree.
So Shaq, do you go ahead? Do you think the location, guys, matters though, and why some of these owners probably feel, hey, we need these fans, like, because we're hurting?
That has nothing to do with nothing. We are going through a pandemic, so until we get through this pandemic, no fans should be allowed in. I see Stefano saying, rapid test for fans. I don't want to sit there and do that. Don't nobody want to sit there and do that. I'm risking myself getting COVID even more. Everybody just needs to sit down somewhere. It's just the times we live in. It's just like humans can't fly yet. We can't fly. It just is what it is. We cannot fly. So right now, everybody just needs to stay at the crib, put their mask on, be diligent about what they do.
Able to fly.
Maybe one day. But anyways, just stay,
Shaq,
what?
we'll never be able to fly, bro.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we couldn't walk on 2 feet at first either.
Oh my God, here we go.
This is true, but that's a podcast for another day. But anyways, yeah, man, everybody just needs to realize this is
evolution guy.
Human beings need to respect COVID. Okay, that is the problem now. Going out rioting, protesting. I wasn't for the BLM protests either, because all it is doing is pushing the clock back further and further, and more people are dying. And it's a serious matter. So, when it comes to something like this, 250,000, 300,000 deaths, sports should be the last thing on your mind. And it's super selfish.
Yeah. Hey, let's kick it up a gear, man. Let's kick it up a gear. Buying or selling. Shout out to chat. Have your questions ready. Chat question of the day is coming up. Let us know what's on your mind. Are you guys buying, like, Blazers rejecting the idea of trading CJ? Right, like, Dell, are you, like, can they get rid of him and get somebody else and then make a bigger push for the finals?
I'm buying it, because I don't see who they'd be able to get for CJ. You have to throw me something on the table, so I'm buying them. Rejecting any offer that came to CJ. They had the better choice in just keeping CJ. And I don't feel like teams is unloading wickedly for CJ. You know what I'm saying? And the Blazers, they're still a formidable team, you know what I'm saying? It just takes a good run for them to put some stuff together. They're still pretty formidable. So I'm buying that they're not just they're shedding offers for CJ, especially a Draymond Green offer. I don't see them taking that at all. Like, that's like, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not jacking that. They're not jacking that. Like, you have to throw in Draymond with 2 other players from the Warriors. This is me, just how I view, like, CJ McCollum. And yeah, I'm buying that. They're not. Yeah, I'm buying that all the way.
What about you, JD? I'm all back.
Yeah, I'm buying the fact that why would the Blazers want to get rid of CJ McCollum? CJ McCollum's their second best player. He's beloved by Portland. I mean, that it would be goofy to get rid of him. You're just hurting yourself. I mean, the chemistry there too. Like, you have to think, you get rid of him, like, that's a lot of chemistry within the team. That's a leader in the locker room, on the floor. Like, you just can't get rid of him. There's no one that can replace him, at least right now. So yeah, I'm buying that.
Shaq would love CJ on the Lakers.
No, he
I
won't.
mean, if
He would for Kuz.
I mean, if I'm Portland, of course I'm not trading CJ McCollum, but Portland needs to do something. If I can get somebody good for him or better, because I don't want to be in a losing state that they've been in for the last decade. So if somebody has to go, somebody has to go. I don't care if it's CJ McCollum. I don't care if it's Dame Lillard. Something needs to change. But that's what these
you give up Dame?
These NBA teams, they just do this to hold on to the market, the money for the fans, but nobody's actually
you
serious
give
about
up Dame,
winning.
though.
Yo, listen, Giannis went to Milwaukee. He changed the culture there. Dame had the same opportunity in Portland. Yo, either you're spending money in free agency or I'm not coming back.
Let me ask you a question. You say, what culture did Giannis change in Milwaukee?
Yo, he told the owners, if you aren't going over the cap, then to get players, I'm not coming back.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What does that accumulate to? Dame has won more than Giannis.
No, what I'm saying is in the future years, you're going to pay that max for 3 max slots. You're going to pay that money. In Portland, they're like, no, we're going to pay 1, maybe 2. And if we do 3, which they aren't, we're going to have supporting players around us that are going to be mid-level, mid-tier players.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. For Portland, that works, though.
No, it doesn't, because you don't win anything. You have fun moments. You have a lot of fun moments. You have fun moments. No, but I would still want to get to the top 4. You have a lot of fun moments till your season is over. Then okay, I would want to get to the top 2. How about that one then?
Okay,
Dale, since you got all the answers. Yo, even if you're in the top 4, you don't make the championship. Yo, it's the same formula every time. You know exactly where they're going to finish every single year. We can do a bet on that.
Jack, you don't think Damian Lillard changed Portland Trailblazers culture?
He 1,000% changed the culture, but he didn't push the envelope hard enough.
I think he
In my
pushed it.
opinion.
I think he pushed the
No,
envelope pretty
no,
darn
because
hard.
he can be in LA right now with LeBron.
But he
That's
put
not
Portland.
pushing Portland's envelope. That's pushing his own envelope.
Exactly, and
put
that's the
Portland-
envelope he should have pushed.
He put Portland on the map. He made them contenders again. He made them, a playoff team. Like that's all due to Damian Lillard. Obviously, he does have a supporting cast, but like he is the face of that team. He's the guy who you're talking about when you think about.
Of
the
course, but
Blazers.
is he gonna win a championship?
He could.
Oh my God, man!
Yo, this is the thing with that. Bro.
This is the thing with you guys. How can Damian Lillard ever win a championship? Win in Portland.
one.
Win in Portland. Win.
Listen,
So what's gonna happen in the next 10 years?
He won it that 1 year. The same
No.
way Dirk won it that 1 year,
That's
it could
that's much.
magically happen.
So who are you taking, Dirk Nowitzki or Damian Lillard?
Well, I'm taking Dirk Nowitzki because I'm biased, but Damian.
There's no
Damian
bias
Lillard
about
is
it.
a tier one.
It's no bias. The same way you're choosing Larry Bird over Damian Lillard. There's no bias about it. These are just facts.
Wait. You think Larry Bird and Dirk's on the same type of level?
As far as what?
You just put them together, so I was just wondering how you was going with that. I didn't get the Larry Bird. Just throw his name up in there.
No,
I
because
mean, Dirk Nowitzki's top 5 scorer all time. So
wait, don't try to act like. Come
because
on now.
he's white?
Are we about to have a Larry Bird? Are we about to? They're similar. Their games are very similar.
No, but I get it. What I'm saying though is Dame could have Dame have the good talent enough to have a sneaky run through the West. A sneaky run.
Man.
He does. He has that talent. If everything clicking. That's all me and JD saying. We're not just cast Dame off like he's
I'm casting him off. I'm casting him off.
hey, Charles Barkley also has high praise for the Blazers. He threw down
he's just trying to
$100K.
make money. He has $100,000. He has $100,000 to spare.
He's getting
Yeah.
he's getting paid great.
24 each, 25 each.
You must
Send it to
be.
us.
No, I'm not jacking that.
So, how about the idea of Draymond to Portland? Is that a good fit? Like, can Draymond go to any team? In this case, and make them better. I'm asking. Can Draymond go?
I think it's a good fit if CJ is still there, but I don't know how. But that's the thing. Dame don't dominate the ball as much as people think. He gets to it and get off it. CJ
Right.
pounds the ball, and I don't know how Draymond could play because Draymond he has the ball the most. Like Steph, rarely you probably see it more this year. He'll more so do a lot of one-on-one now, but that's not how the Warriors flow. Draymond was a key piece in that cog and being able to be versatile and dish the ball, et cetera, et cetera. But I think Draymond will only be good if he leaves the Warrior in somewhere with a system. I'll take the Spurs. He probably could play with the Spurs a little bit. Who couldn't
play with Bron?
He can't play with Bron at all.
Who can't play with Bron?
Draymond cannot play with LeBron James.
Because he can't play with anybody besides Steph Curry. And these are facts. I don't know why you guys sit up here and bring this Draymond rhetoric on here every single episode. We got to talk about Draymond and what he would do. If it wasn't for the Golden State Warriors, Draymond would be over, done, finished.
Well, let me ask you a question. Draymond I can't say that only because Draymond came up in that system. So you can say if it wasn't for Draymond being able to adapt to that role so well,
what other role was Draymond going to adapt to?
It doesn't matter. He perfected it.
But that's what you guys do every time. It doesn't matter.
He initiated small ball, bro. He initiated small ball.
No. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson initiated small ball because if you don't have them, there is no small ball. Because they're the greatest shooters, two of the greatest shooters of all time ever in the history of life.
You said what?
Yeah. Yes. And anybody on this, any single person on this cast right now can go out there and do what Draymond's doing if they came up in that system, according to you.
No.
Yes.
So actually, chat.
I know I could do that.
Is Draymond a good fit?
Chat's selling it. Chat's selling it, but I'm buying it. I'm with Del, bro. I think that you throw Draymond. I think that might be what gets them to the championship, bro. That might be it.
God. Oh my God. So is he Tom Brady? Like, who do you guys think Draymond is?
He's not. He's not.
Just the
Now
motivational
you're
man.
doing too much, Shaq. Shaq, you're doing too much now.
No. I'm saying with the motivation, talking to guys, getting them going. With that, I'm not saying he's a GOAT, but I'm saying you guys act like he's just this locker room hero.
No, but when you watch Draymond Green, when you're playing next to Draymond Green, I mean, he brings so much energy like that. That can only bring the energy on the floor up.
Right.
All
And Shaq, you
Draymond
know
will be
that.
known for, all Draymond will be known for is those 2 championships and running KD out of Golden State.
Kevin was gone regardless.
Oh my God.
Hey, all right. So let's switch gears for a minute. Hey, let's switch gears for a minute. So I know you guys. Did you guys see the Ryan Garcia fight? Who he fought? Luke Campbell. Man, got knocked down,
Just
got
highlight.
back up. Right? It's crazy, right? Gave him a rib shot. Man, broke him down. Like, is he the next big thing? Like, are you guys buying Ryan Garcia, or are you guys selling him? Like, can he hold a high ticket?
I'll go first because I'm minimal on this. I think he could hold a higher ticket. When you do something like he did in the fight, you get your little buzz start going around, and all you can do is build from that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody
Right.
had to start somewhere, and if this is start a way to get up there, then so be it. But it's no negative or like if you keep playing boxing and doing what you're doing, your ticket for sure is gonna become bigger, and that's so you can't sell this. It's like if you keep producing the way you produce. This is because, like we just talked about Steph, we could go back to like 8, 9 before he had that massive game against the Knicks, his 54-point game. People wasn't talking about Steph Curry became Steph Curry. So you build your ticket up to how you want to take it. You win, and that's how it goes. I think it's a bright future if you keep this path. I'm buying that for sure.
What do you think, Jay?
I don't know enough about boxing. I've only seen this guy's highlights, and I think I've seen some viral videos of this guy. If it's the same guy that I'm thinking of, his hands are ridiculously fast. In the highlight from that boxing match that we're talking about, like I watched a little bit of that, and like how this kid is super young, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's like
yeah.
21.
That's ridiculous. Like this guy looks like he's been boxing forever, and he probably was boxing since he was a kid, I would imagine, with like how talented he is. So I mean, I'm buying the fact that like this I think he's going to be a household name in boxing. Like I said, and take that with a grain of salt because I don't know much about it, but from what I'm seeing in just the era of social media, like he's already built a name for himself, building a brand for himself. Like if he can keep winning, obviously that's going to be the contributing factor to all the success. But yeah, I mean, I agree. I think I'm buying that.
Shaq?
Yeah, this is a total buy. Boxing, I don't know if he can redeem the sport, but I mean, I feel like every few years we get these type of guys that come and they give
That's
some
true.
excitement.
Yeah. Mhm.
So I mean, and he's super young, so I think as long as he stays undefeated, then there won't be any problems. Like with Adrian Bronner, when he came along, it got ugly once he started losing off the, out of the ring stuff going on. So he's he was a household name at one point. So I mean, as long as he keeps his nose clean, which is hard for boxers if you want to do the research, but it's not anything against them. It's the same with UFC, NFL guys. Just CTE is a real thing, in my opinion. Just because you rarely hear of a basketball player killing, it happens, but rare, much more rare than NFL guys going off the hinges, boxing guys, with all that aggression and so yeah, that's all I think about that. But yeah, I'm buying.
All right, so Jordan Clarkson was fined. Do we got that clip, Shaq? So if you guys don't know,
we
chat,
don't got that clip.
We don't got that clip. Okay, so Jordan Clarkson was fined $25K for pushing the ref. Now that I look back at it and we're talking about it now, like he could have definitely. You guys won't push the ref if you guys didn't like a call. You guys would have been like, oh, like caught yourself, right? Do you guys think he should have been fined $25K for pushing the ref like he did, even though it wasn't like malicious deal?
No, but in the league, you got to know if it's anything that's so protected is the NBA when it comes to their referee. You
Right.
blow one whistle, no pun intended. You blow one whistle towards their way, you're getting in your pockets. Like more than anything else, like yeah, you could really just be talking about to the media and be like, yeah, I wouldn't go with that call. You could just say that 10K.
Yeah.
10K.
Dang, that's crazy.
Don't mention them. Don't mention them.
Don't mention my name.
Yeah, you gotta commend Adam Silver for how he be working with the refs because I'm gonna protect y'all. Like I got y'all. Like I guess the money, unless it's going to them or to a fund, I have no idea. But the way he protects the refs,
I think it goes to charity.
it's ridiculous. No, I doubt that.
No, all
that's something
fines go to charity in the NBA.
Oh,
Do you know that?
This is
I
a
never
fact.
knew that.
This is a fact.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
never knew
donated.
that.
All that money's donated.
That's
Well,
crazy.
more power to the players then.
For their charity. I wonder if they can write that off though. Can they
Get
write that
more
off?
text.
A
Get more
fine?
text.
A fine is a tax
Can
write-off?
they write? Can they write? Yeah, can they write it off?
Yeah, I bet it's
Nah.
payable to the NBA.
Yeah, you can't write that off because that's like I go outside and get a speeding ticket. I can't write that off.
Right. True.
That's a
JD,
fact.
JD, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm buying the fine. Like, if you watch the clip, it doesn't matter who was in his way. He was gonna give him a shove anyway. He was just frustrated. There was no malintent. It was just like you're just kind of fed up and spur of the moment type of deal. That he didn't mean any harm by it, but like the way that he did it, it's like you can't do that. So yeah, I'm buying the fine.
Yo, what were you saying?
Go ahead.
No. It's just funny with American culture. Like, referees are like the untouchables. If you assault a referee, you're probably going to jail. And it's just because, as a culture, we've just came to the agreement that it's going to be some BS calls. It's going to be some biasness. It's going to be, some wacky stuff going on. But they're the refs. You don't touch the refs. You don't look at, you can scold them and you can verbally abuse them all you want to. But once it gets physical, yeah, that's like hitting the police low key. That's a big no-no. And I'm surprised he wasn't suspended or fined more.
Yeah, that's crazy. So what's crazy is this game that's about to happen between Ohio State and Alabama. Are you guys buying that? Justin Fields can beat Alabama this upcoming national championship game? Dale, are you buying that?
Dale, you're muted.
I thought it was me.
Hello?
Yeah. You good?
Repeat your question again then.
Do you think Ohio State will beat Alabama for the national title?
I like college football. I watch it, but with the ranking base, I'm really not up on that, and I try to get into it. But I love Nick Saban, so I'll just go with Nick.
Okay. JD, who you rolling with?
I don't follow NCAA football like at all, but I do know about Nick Saban and his history. So I mean, I don't think that I would ever bet against Nick Saban.
I like Nick. Since I see Nick in the blind side, I'm like, Nick, I'm a fan of you.
I did it for you. Shaq, are you buying Ohio State beating Bama?
Nah, man. Bama. I honestly think Bama might go to the playoffs in the NFL. This is probably the best Alabama team of all time. Nobody's beating them. After they thrashed my Notre Dame team, I was not happy, but it was inevitable. We seen that coming. It was frustrating. I was surprised Notre Dame got 2 touchdowns on them anyways, but I think it was 2. But Alabama is not losing this year, next year, year after that. It's just not happening.
Yeah, Nick Saban, he's something else. All right, so we got to switch gears. Hey, chat, check out this, our next, segment. It's called Injury Report, and we're going to be bringing you guys this every week to keep you guys updated on what's going on. So first we have Markelle Fultz. Like, that was huge, man. We chopped it up about him before the show, and this dude has a lot of potential. He suffered a knee injury, and his confidence was just getting there, man. His shot was just getting there. This is huge, man. What do you guys thought about? You guys want to talk about this one or keep it pushing?
No,
I want to talk about it just because I had him picked as the most improved player this year, and he just can't get a break, man. He just cannot get a break.
No pun.
Okay, who do we got next?
Me,
Go ahead.
It's just like I said, it's just sad, man. That's one thing about this game, this business. It's you go in there, you put your work in, and then one day you can make a move that you make every time, and now he out for another year or so with an ACL injury. And the thing that I'm happy about, I'm happy that he signed his contract. I'm happy. I'm happy he's locked in for like 3 years now, no matter what. And it ain't like an overseas contract where you hurt now. They want you're locked in for that 3-year 40 or whatever you sign. You're about to get that. And it seems like the magic came a liking to his personality and who personally was it. He is, so that's good too. And what is he only about 23, 24 right now?
Yeah, he's young. He's super young. He's super young.
No, he got plenty of time. Yeah.
27, he could definitely come. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, it don't become like a Brandon Roy situation with the knee, etc.
Right.
But he's
right.
still got a lot of time. He's been through so much, and I
Yeah.
hope the futures is still bright for him, man. It's just sad to him coming into his own this well this year, and that happens.
Who we got next? T.J. Warren. He has a stress fracture in his foot, so he we seen him in the bubble getting buckets. But that's a big blow for him. But I think he'll be all right.
Yeah,
Me
man.
with this one, when I go, can I go real quick? Me with this one, I laugh because I don't want to forget this thought. I was watching a minute or two interview with Jason Tatum. And Tatum was like, yeah, man, I'm in the bubble and I'm seeing players killing. I'm like, you ain't that good. So when I saw that, I'm like, the only person I could think of he could have been talking about was T.J. Warren because everybody else was doing their job. He's not talking about Tyler Hero because Tyler Hero's a well-respected hooper. So I'm like, damn, he's sending a silent shot at T.J. Warren, and then this happened. So it was just pretty funny. But he'll be all right. Like, I think bubble T.J. ain't happening no more, though. Like, I don't think that.
But was he getting buckets at the beginning of the
I mean, it's
the
just
season?
a stress fracture. It isn't like it's an ACL or an Achilles. Like, he's out indefinitely. He could return before the end of the season, but he had to get surgery. I don't see it happening. But, no, y'all can't guard T.J. Warren. Y'all can't hold him, and that's why y'all talking about him. If you weren't threatened, you wouldn't mention his name at all.
That's funny. He didn't mention his name, though. He just saying you're not really like that. But I get it. I get your feel. You could feel like that. I hope you just have that same energy with other people.
So
I probably won't, but this
next?
is my Pacers we talking about.
My Pacers is funny.
So we got Gallinari, right? So he sprained the ankle. It ain't nothing. If you play basketball, you're gonna sprain your ankle. Like he'll be all right. But he was productive with the OKC. So this is when he come back, they'll be a lot better though.
My
for sure.
God, look who we have
They'll
here.
be better. Listen,
Look who we
they'll
have
be better.
here. If it isn't Mother Nature himself, yo, Kyrie, what was? Yo, listen, Kyrie, stop playing with me, bro. Stop, man. Cut it out.
Kyrie.
Yes, 100% for that injury.
This is a segment on Danilo injury, but you make your way to Kyrie.
Yeah, because he's right there, just throwing his body for a rebound. Kyrie, you don't. All right, come on, let's go.
Right.
My bad.
But nah, I like the Hawks. They fight and they scrap, so I want him to come back because I sneaky had the Hawks moving into like 7 or 8 seed. It's pretty weird.
Who we got next? Where JD at? Like,
I'm here, bro.
okay, what do you think? You tap in, JD.
Man, I don't know anything about Danilo Gallinari this year. I didn't even know he was still in the NBA, to be honest.
Yo,
what about Markelle Fultz?
Markelle Fultz, I did want to touch on Markelle Fultz, but we went by it, and I didn't want to go back. But it's sad to see because you saw him kind of struggle for a year. What was that, a year or two ago? His shot was very odd what was going on. And then to see him start out hot and have a good start to this season and him go down early, it's just sad to see. And I do hope that he has a speedy recovery and comes back stronger.
Gotcha. And we got Spencer. Like
what do you know?
He's no. Okay.
I got it.
But he's a bucket, bro. Like he's a bucket, bro.
This is the
Go
biggest one to me because out of all the teams we just named, for the most part, this one had the championship contentions. Like this one, everyone had they could come out the East, and he's a starting point guard for them. He was pivotal for them. So when that happened, like I was like, damn, that's a big piece. Like the Nets gonna have to really find someone to fill that production. They still haven't signed no one yet. They got IT out there weighing out. They probably got some stuff in the work. But this is the biggest out of everyone we named because I have the Nets going to the finals from the East, and they're a contender. And no other team I feel like
look at Kyrie. Look at Kyrie. look at Kyrie. Your man is limping off to the bench, and you're still trying to shake and jive. All right, man.
Yo, Shaq,
it's bad mojo. It's bad mojo. I'm telling you, I'm not saying these problems are because of Kyrie, but that's 2 injuries now with Kyrie's name kind of attached to it. In the corner begging for the ball. Look right here. Oh, what you saying, Kyrie? Okay. Look at him. Throw his hands up like, oh, my God, why you didn't pass me the ball? I tore my ACL, Kyrie. Like, I'm sorry that I couldn't kick it to you in the corner. Just
He
saying.
could have kicked it before he dribbled.
See, you see how these Kyrie bands work, but it's
No,
nothing.
it's basically I'm just answering to the blasphemy you're spewing right now. That's
Okay.
why.
All right. Okay.
That's why. I can't believe you made this a Kyrie segment.
I'm
Go
not
ahead.
making this a I
JD,
just see
stop
him in
in,
every
JD.
clip. 2 so far.
Yeah, I agree with everything that Dell said. I agree that this is probably the biggest injury on this injury report, and I have the Nets going to the NBA Finals as well. So, man, that's a tough loss. Like that's a big contribution to the Brooklyn Nets. So, we'll see what happens. I think they'll still be fine. I still have them going to the finals. So,
All right, we got one more. We have Marquise Chris. Like, what happened? To ankle injury? Like, is he gonna be all right or what? Like,
I think
or is
no,
he out?
he out for the season for sure. I think they said he
Yeah.
broke his leg, but I think it was like where your ankle
Fibula.
meets your yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
the fibula.
Yeah. So, I don't think this was a big deal. Even though I believe in this kid a lot, it's just so many intangibles. He reminds me kind of an unpolished DeMarcus Cousins with his antics. Like, just the way he plays is just not as polished as I would like. I feel like he could be a much better player with his athleticism, but that's just me, though.
Yeah, this didn't ring no bell for me. I wouldn't cross the street about it. It happened. He'll be all right.
JD.
I mean, the Golden State Warriors can't lose anyone. So
Right.
I mean, this obviously isn't good for them. I think they'll still probably do what they would have done regardless, but that it does hurt them.
Gotcha. All right, chat. So we're gonna take a 5-minute break. Come back because we have chat question of the day. So get that ready. Anything for them to know, Shaq, before we go to break?
No, sir. We'll see you after the break.
I'll be
Back. So now it's time for chat question of the day. What do y'all got to say, man? Like, what y'all trying to ask us? What y'all want us to talk about?
I seen Euro convince me that EuroLeague is not better than the NBA. That was a funny one.
Okay.
Listen, your league is very popular, but that's just like, come on now. Don't get carried away. Let's because you base everything on the top leagues, right? So I'll just
Right.
so you could the top players in the league. So you could take your 5 best, and then I'll just say LeBron, KD, and it's like, okay. And they're playing in this league. So it's like, just come on. We get it, though.
Yeah. The Sixers playing with only 7 healthy players. Yo, that's nasty. What about just a rescheduling the game? What's so hard about that?
Conflicted Soul, I think an episode or 2 ago, we actually did go over the top 100. I think everyone kind of listed their top 3, top 5 players.
Top 2?
Are the
LeBron,
Are the
Steph.
Utah Jazz able to lift the NBA trophy? No.
No,
Never.
I won't say never. You just never know what's going to happen. But for the foreseeable future, no.
Portland as well.
Yo, y'all can ask any question. No question is off limits, but make sure it's respectful. It doesn't have to be basketball related. It can be life. Whatever y'all want.
Will the Knicks make the playoffs?
No.
Dale?
Maybe.
It's always a chance.
It's
But in the
always-
foreseeable future.
Right. I'm a huge Tibbs fan, though. I love how Tibbs got them playing.
No, that's a fact. Portland has to learn how to defend, otherwise they will be eliminated first round of the playoffs, maybe second. Best
No one
internet
plays
fighter?
defense until the playoffs anyway, so
That's a fact.
I don't know anything about the MMA.
Hey, did we get any more subs?
I wasn't keeping
Nobody
track.
subbing?
Let me check.
So shout out to you guys that are subbing, man.
No, I don't think we do. Yeah, we got to figure out everyone who has subs, appreciate y'all. We got to figure out some sub stuff in the future. Like we're obviously we're kind of just figuring out Twitch a little bit ourselves and all the things that we can do with it. So we're going to enhance the channel. We're going to get emotes eventually. We're going to do some channel point stuff like and then maybe some sub only, perks. So we'll figure all that stuff out, but definitely join that Discord. I'll put the link in the chat again. Join the Discord. Make sure you give us some ideas, what you want to see from us in the channel, whatever. And make
Dale,
sure
they want to know what you're eating.
connect with us.
It's called a Nutrigrain.
I'm sorry. Was it Dale or yeah, Dale? What are you eating? Yeah, Nutrigrain.
It's called a Nutrigrain.
All right, so we ready? Because I'm antsy. We ready? Can we get a poll for who's going first, second, or third?
I guess that was chat question of the day.
Yeah, we answered all their questions. What's the hardest part of being a basketball player? From my lovely wife.
What level are you at? Because everyone can say they're a player.
Right. It could be a rec league, huh?
I think
don't understand longevity in becoming a professional basketball player is always based on situations. People don't realize that, so
as well as everything.
NBA, that's true. Unless you are Jeff Bezos
or Elon Musk.
Ridiculous stuff was going on, but yeah, let's do the vote. Tell sis do the vote to let's see who's going first. Cause Shaq is always gonna win this joint, whether it's him going last.
Whether it's me, hold on, wait. Whether it's me going last, what happened?
For the jail one.
You guys don't have one.
Listen, chat. This is probably the best J topic, J Awards this week and today. Like all the other episodes, this is probably the one that is probably top two for sure. And it's hardest fall from fame, but still getting paid. And we developed a blacklist. A blacklist is people that is a no-brainer, as in Shaq words, low-hanging fruit. People that you shouldn't pick because everybody knows them, right? Well known. So number 1 is Mike Tyson. Number 2 is Michael Jackson. And number 3 is Robert Downey Jr. So again, the question is to the panel, hardest fall from fame, but still getting paid. It don't matter what industry.
You want me to run a poll to see who goes first?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. We running.
But look at him. Look at him.
This is
I'm voting for Dell.
This is in the
I voted for Dell.
This is in the bag.
Yo,
chat, I just want to thank the chat for giving me that home cooking of being able to go third every time. That's just the way it. Maybe in a couple years it won't be like this, but right now, I appreciate you guys, and I don't want that to be looked over, man. Thank you, man. Salute.
Oh, I can't change my vote. Hey, vote for
look,
Shaq. Vote for
Shaq.
Shaq.
Boy, I don't put on a blazer, glasses, because look, when we go to the Jays Award, we go to the great room.
Okay,
it's a different vibe.
My bad. Hey, I just got the memo.
Yeah.
I just got the memo.
All right, so they voting or what?
Yeah, we got about a minute or left on this.
Who goes first? Right now,
fine, because Jordan might catch him.
53%. And then we got JD at 33.
You see? When you're a scumbag like George.
Let's go, Stefanos.
When you're a scumbag like George, this is just the karma that comes back around to you. You might be going first every single week for the rest of the year. And we just getting started. Yeah, we can't hear you.
It's all because of your red jersey. This is what's happening.
That's home cooking. That's how it is. I hope you got a. Oh my God, this is in the bag. I don't know who Jordan's coming with, but this is in the duffel.
It's fire.
Oh wait,
it's fire. Dell knows. Dell knows it's fire.
It's OD heat. I love yours, by the way. I love Mansudo, so it should be good.
It's gonna pop. All right, I'm ending this poll. There's like
And
2
read the
seconds
question
left.
again, Jay.
All right, it's in.
All right. So again, the question for J Awards today, the J Awards, is the hardest fall from fame, but still getting paid. Like
All
you
right.
guys see the trophies. Dale has 3 already.
Mhm.
JD
We see
has
them.
1, and Shaq has 2. So the poll says Dale, you go first, bro. Let's get it.
All right. So y'all said this today. I'm about to brief the chat real quick. So they be having time to research this from days, and I gotta go through an hour to get my mind right and
That's
seeing who
never
I
a
could
good
come-
sign.
seeing who I could come scoop this up with. So
That's never a good sign.
no, I love one thing. I always come to the table. I love my choices, and I'm always gonna ride with my choices. So when you think of fame and stuff that's going on, I'm gonna say the name first. No, I'm gonna just leave his resume out there. So everything that's going on now with streaming music, with people leaking music. When people was leaking music, they had stuff like LimeWire and all this stuff. It was a company called Napster, owned by Sean Parker at the time, who was at the time just reeling everybody in, got sued, had to end up losing Napster, and then everybody thought it was done until he leached on to like a 1.2% or 2% into Facebook. Now he's worth $3 billion. So when we say how you fell from Napster being sued for stealing people's music and all this stuff to still getting paid to the outcome of being worth $3 billion, I don't know who their people is in terms of what getting paid is from they fall from fame, but it ain't $3 billion. I'm gonna ride with Napster dude that just got shattered, and now he's on Facebook just
How much
prancing
does he make?
around with his Sean Parker just prancing
Sean Parker.
around with his $3 billion. I'm gonna go with Napster founder Sean Parker as fall from grace is still getting paid.
Man, that's what's up though. Okay, that's a good pick. That's
Dell,
yeah, out of the box though. Go ahead, JD.
Dell, you tried. You tried. Because this is the hardest fall from fame. And I have no idea who that is. Jay is writing down notes because he's like, I gotta Google this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell you a little some about who fell from fame. But this person actually wanted to get out of fame. But they're definitely still getting paid. At the peak of this man's career, he was one of the highest paid and most powerful actors, child or adult at the time, in the entire movie industry. Between 1989 and 1994, he made $23.5 million, which is equivalent to $40 million today. Today, his net worth is roughly $18 million. You could look on the internet. It's probably going to vary here to there between 15 and 18 million. And today he lives out of the spotlight and he's still getting paid for cameos, commercials, whatever it is, but he is completely out of the spotlight. You know him from Home Alone. It's Macaulay Culkin.
Dang. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's a good one.
Are we done?
That's real. So, yeah. Let's go.
No, you can keep going. I was just asking, are we done?
I'm done. Because I just dropped the hammer. That's a game winner, Shaq.
Oh man, can I put the trophy now? Listen, there was no bigger, and if there was, they're on the blacklist. Listen to me. So you remember a few years ago, probably a decade ago, because I got to paint a picture for you guys. I don't want to give it away too soon. How do I want to put this? Because I'm trying to be clear. Okay, all right, listen to this. He raised so much money for testicular cancer that it wasn't even funny. He had you, your mom, your cousin, your son, your baby, your grandma all wearing Live Strong bracelets. There is no bigger fall from grace and still getting money than Lance Armstrong. And I'm going to put it out there for you. Not only was he blacklisted, blackballed, thrown out, led astray. They canceled him. And you know the funny part? While they were doing all that canceling or before that, guess what company he invested in when it was only worth $3.7 million? No, Chris Saka. You know, he came around. Yo, I'm trying to raise some money. $100,000 that he put into Uber when it was worth $3.7 million. Guess how much it's worth now? Almost $31 billion. And he take it. They asked him how much money did he make from it. He said, yo, listen, I can't even tell you the number because I don't even want to be put off, but I guarantee you it's 9 figures that he made off $100,000 best. And he said it himself, that is the only thing that's keeping me afloat these days. And it's not past it. It's more than afloat. He was worth $40 million before Live Strong. He failed, but he still had this investment. Everybody canceled him because he was taking steroids, but they all sweep under the rug everything that he did for cancer and the foundations. There's no bigger fault. There isn't. It's Lance Armstrong. If you didn't have a Live Strong bracelet, you're lying.
I never had a Live Strong bracelet, so
You're lying.
I had every color.
So
come on.
How much is he getting paid now?
Who
Off of that investment?
he
100K?
he doesn't even no. He invested 100K when Uber was worth 3.7 million, and now it's worth 31 billion. They asked him how much is it? He couldn't even answer. But hey, it's reports that it's 9 figures, and you can Google that. That's more than everybody on this list besides Dale's no-name guy that he fails to that is his magic. Yo, Lance Armstrong, the most notable. He was more notable than Macaulay Culkin, and it's not up for debate. He was the most famous athlete at one point, and he rode a bicycle.
I love your pick, but he was never more notable than Macaulay. Stop that. No,
I think
that's
so.
selling it. Just say, it's not. Everybody still watch Home Alone. Ain't nobody watching reruns of him riding a bike.
but everybody that participates in the Tour de France, I guaranteed you when they say, yo, who do you think of? It's like Tiger Woods in golf.
I get that, but all their kids is at home with
no,
you're not gonna
downplay Lance Armstrong.
Agree with your pick.
Like
I just said,
every single human being had a Live Strong bracelet for $1.
not me.
We got one here that doesn't, and Jay didn't answer yet, so he probably didn't have one either.
All right, so check it out. Drum roll.
I'm starting the poll, chat. I want y'all to unbiased vote before Jay gives the award. I want y'all to vote.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that just so I can cook up a little bit more. Yo, Jay, like the importance of investments.
Hold on.
No. I'm just saying. Like it was $100,000 into Uber. You do because you can't. What if he didn't do that? His career's over. His life's over. He goes bankrupt. All because of alleged steroid use that. I mean, it's not alleged so much anymore. But how much is Macaulay Culkin? Like what rights did he own? What rights did he own during that time?
Why, to still be racking out?
Yeah, like he's not still racking out.
Well, no, he's definitely not racking out, but he's getting paid for his appearances on whatever and the commercials that he goes.
JD, do not answer Shaq because what he's doing, he's
no, I hear him, but like I mean, obviously when you do the math, like no one that we're gonna say can make more than that investment. So I mean, it's like if you do
Chris
the math,
Saka came in the beginning. He said, "I didn't even know what Uber was." That's what Lance said. I didn't even know what Uber was. I didn't even know it was a part of my portfolio.
He just had $100,000 to throw away. That's crazy.
Hey, I got a button on my blazer.
Loosen up the top.
Yeah.
Hey, before you answer, I'm gonna tell the chat something. We only have the blacklist because I won three J awards. That's why it's the blacklist.
I thought you were gonna go with Bill Cosby.
No, I was gonna go with Vanilla Ice, but I was like,
that would have been a good one.
Of the box. I'm gonna just
I liked yours, Dell. I've never heard of him, but like I've heard of Napster, so like that's somebody who's in the shadows.
You said because getting paid. If getting paid wasn't there, I was going Bill Cosby for sure.
Yeah.
I was going Bill, but he said getting paid. I had to go with the most rich, $3 billion. Napster, screwed.
Yeah. Hey.
Go ahead.
All right. So
can we announce
ready?
We're
ready.
Okay. All right, come on.
All right. So okay, Dale, bro, you got a good pick. You went outside the box, but that's not as big as these guys right here. Okay, so you got 3. Come back next week.
I'm still good, right?
Yeah, you got 3. But these next two, JD and Shaq, man, this is tough because we all grew up on Macaulay Culkin, right? He was huge, right? Childhood star, probably the biggest one. I think he was the biggest childhood star of all time. Yeah, for sure. And then you got Lance. Lance was so big, man. Like Lance was huge. Like you said, I had a bracelet, Live Strong. You know what I'm saying? Like I had it, and he did fall hard, man. It was a big taboo. He's juicing, so boom. But the thing is, the hardest fall from fame, like did Macaulay Culkin? Yeah, he went through some drug addiction. He was so big, drug addiction, but he's still getting paid. But he's not getting paid like Lance Armstrong. Like I didn't even know that. I just Googled it, and $100K, bro. What you say, Shaq? When it was what?
When it was worth 3.6 million, and now it's worth 31 point whatever $billion.
Bro, that's I gotta go with Lance Armstrong.
Thank you.
I know JD is like, yo, how could you? Well, bro,
that was the best pick.
When you sit back, but when
Shaq was my pick. Shaq was my pick. That's hard to beat. That's hard to beat. Once I said Lance Armstrong, I was like, oh no.
Because Lance Armstrong, what he did for everybody, I don't care what sport you did. Like I'm gonna wear this bracelet. It was motivational, right? Like, oh, they put him up here. Oh, he's an American doing all of this stuff. And I'm like, dang, I didn't even know nothing about cycling.
Lance Armstrong is in the ranks of Kobe, MJ, Mike Tyson, Tiger Woods. Like, that's a guy, when you say his name, everyone knows who it is.
Facts, bro. Like, facts. Like, that's.
And I want to say another thing. Who I also was going to pick was Kobe, but he passed away, so I didn't pick him.
You said Kobe?
Because his rape trial. But
but
I'm staying away from that.
Yeah, but that's different. That's much different.
I also think though,
because he came back. He came back.
I was gonna say, I don't think that he fell out of fame. Like he was still very, very much involved and still talked about.
But none of these guys, like Lance, never really fell out of fame.
Oh
yeah. What?
Oh yeah.
He can't go on Ellen right now. He can't go on Ellen.
No, but this is my thing though. It's good fame and bad fame. Like everyone still knows who he is.
Yeah, but he's canceled though.
Saying.
But they know who he is. But they know him for Live Strong. They know him for doping, all in one split second. It went from him being.
That's not because he's been canceled. That's not. He's still as famous. Like he's still like. When
it's a fall from
it's strong in my mind. I looked at JD. I'm like, JD, you lost. Like everyone knows. You know what I'm saying? That was a great pick. But he's not. He's still famous. It's just he's famous for the wrong reasons. That's all that is.
What about Marion Jones though?
You see what I'm saying? Because same thing.
Yeah, but she's not making nearly as much money as these other people. That's the problem.
But that's why I said the get paid. The Uber, the $100K in Uber was like, yo.
And the Napster thing was more like a witch hunt. That created the landscape now for today. That wasn't that was more because that was kind of Spotify and iTunes before Spotify.
That was kind of everything.
So it chanced that yeah.
But the only reason I picked Napster because I saw $3 billion. That's what he's worth now. $3 billion.
That's crazy though. But that's crazy
that is actually
though.
Wild. That dude's chilling.
Exactly.
He big chilling.
And he got canceled. The only reason he worth $3 billion is because the dude was in Facebook and he put money into Facebook at the time. His money he had left, and that was the flip.
That's crazy. But
yeah, so.
I just want to say,
have that awareness on your way out. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. Say what you gotta say.
Winner's Circle. Let's boycott the J Awards. Don't take part next time. It's the only way to stop them.
I have more fans in the chat than you.
Listen. The fans also voted for my pick. See, here's the problem. I used to think that the J Awards was biased. I really did. But, I was young, dumb, and immature. I didn't realize what Jay had going on. So now that I opened up my eyes and just started picking better picks than, the other guys, it seems to be working out for me. And there's no biasness. Like, I thought he might have given it to Jordan today, but I respect that there was no biasness in the J Awards. And, I'm a huge fan, and I hope to be back next week in the winner's circle. Dale, do you see the score?
What is tied?
Yeah.
Welcome.
Hey,
I've been
Trigger's going off.
Welcome.
Yeah.
I've been chilling for a long.
You were gonna lose
longer.
last week too. That was I should be up 4-3-1.
Oh, that's what's next.
You cap right now. Hey,
No. I was winning with Amazon last week
Amazon was big, but we all had big ones.
y'all
because I
should
was
have
gonna
saved
go
that.
third.
Oh, that's
I
another.
know.
thing.
Now y'all ruin it.
Yeah, y'all should have saved it, bro. Like that was
I
huge.
got another pick. We can change the date.
Yeah, change the
We're
year.
gonna change it. We're gonna change it. Yeah, we're gonna
1800s.
change the year.
Change the year.
18.
We're gonna change the year. Hey,
Why
y'all ready to
didn't
go to the
Jordan-
great room?
Why
Light bulb.
didn't Jordan win?
Whatever.
LOL. Really? See,
Bro, I'm telling you, I'm getting
the
a
tour-
lot of love over here.
the Tour de France is European. That's the crazy part about this whole thing.
Right,
Right.
right.
But Lance Armstrong's American, so
Right. Macaulay Culkin is too.
okay.
And his fall from grace wasn't that hard. It was.
Come on. I mean, he fell out of the shadows. I mean, out into the shadows. Like
Yeah.
that's pretty impressive. That's like if Drake were to all of a sudden out of the media. Nobody's talking to him, nobody's talking about him. He's just shadows. That's how big it is. That's how big it was.
Wait,
Yeah, but
wait. Is it time for? Go ahead.
okay, yeah, because Macaulay Culkin, I didn't really like that pick, and I'm not gonna lie, it was better than Dale's, but I feel like there was a lot more to be desired because his fall from grace was like he was using drugs.
No.
It's still a fall though. It don't matter how you get tripped.
Yeah.
And I
You
don't.
just said you gave Lance Armstrong.
It's much different. It's much different. It's much. He did it for the right reasons. He was
Oh,
raising
cheating.
money for cancer. That's
Or
what makes this so
condoning.
tricky. That's what makes this so tricky, Jay. That's what makes it so tricky.
Using drugs from Lance Armstrong, whose biggest fall is dope and drugs.
Yeah. But he was raising money for a
Take
cancer.
back his
He was
award,
saving
bro.
lives.
Take
He was
back his award.
yo. The dynamic of
Take
Lance
back his
Armstrong
award.
is unbelievable. What he did.
It's not unbelievable because people thought he was doing that while he was cancer.
He
Live
was
strong.
raising
That's
money.
because you living strong and still winning. No, you're doping and winning.
No, I'm raising money for cancer awareness.
Okay.
All right. Hey, is it time for a jersey giveaway?
Yes, sir.
I think it is, man.
Yes, sir.
For jersey
Let's get it
giveaway.
popping. J Awards, baby.
All right.
Wild. Let's get it. Where is it at?
Chad, y'all ready for the giveaway? How many people we got in here?
Hold up. Got the. I think we can. Cause I'm. Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
All right, my bad. Lance.
One of these days I'll get back to winning a trophy.
man.
Let
Well, they feel sorry for you, JD.
I don't know
They don't
why.
feel sorry. They don't feel sorry. They just show love.
Is that what it
They
is?
know. They know who the true winner should be.
I was voted also the winner in the chat.
That's okay.
Hold on, I'm setting up the giveaway right now. I got 2 jerseys left. Well, one after today.
Thank you, Mariana. Appreciate you.
So let's see. Giveaway.
Yo,
All
only
right.
35 people in here. I'm about to enter this.
You about to get you a win?
Yeah, I'm about to get a jersey here.
The subscribers. Boom. Let's see. Yep. Okay, we got. Okay, there we go. All right, we'll get at a second to get cooking.
How many people are entered, chat?
16 right now.
16. Only half. Does no one want this jersey? I'm about to steal
Crazy.
this.
I'll take it.
I'm about to steal this.
I'll take it and put it in. Once we make that move, put it in the office.
Yes, sir.
Real talk. Hey, no, real talk. I need one though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yo,
Dales, I
the-
need yours too, bro.
Yo, I got plenty, bro. I got
I ain't.
plenty.
Listen, I need one from both
Yo,
of y'all.
for sure.
I'm trying to get one
Hey.
too.
Yo,
Chat
y'all
wants
said-
my jersey.
Y'all send y'all address in the chat. I'll have my fiance mail them out tomorrow. Unlike Shaq, don't worry about it.
But that mother gonna get
Oh,
framed. I'm
go.
framed.
I'm sending my address right now.
That was
Yeah,
rude.
send it right now. No, 2 years now, Shaq. 2 years.
Did you ever ask what I was going through?
I speak to you daily. So
Yeah.
You just,
I don't need to
no
know.
you just never be too sure about these things.
You
Um,
dropped the vlog. We started this. You got married.
I got a killer. I got a killer episode 4 coming out for the blog too. I can't wait. But yeah, I'm gonna figure out a way to stop the people that just come in for the jerseys and don't respect the hustle.
We're gonna have to do a subscriber-only giveaway soon, Shaq.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That's
There you
fine.
go.
Wow.
There you go. There you go.
Because hey, here's the thing: we've done a ton of free giveaways. This
That
is
is
what
true.
7? This like with the 7 or 8 jerseys you've given away.
Look at Papa
So-
Kid in here trying to win him another jersey, man. He coming back. He said facts as he got his jersey. He said facts. Oh man. Yo, but I want to thank you guys, man. You guys are amazing. Thanks for coming in and tuning in every week. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I think we're up to 25. Jay, you think we ready?
Yeah, give it a few more seconds.
All right. Yo, and when you win, go to the Player's Choice Instagram, DM us, put your name, your address, yeah, and all that good stuff.
Take a screenshot of you winning so that we see your username, because you might not have the same username as your Instagram, so that we know who you are. Rumors say if I win the giveaway, Luka will be MVP. I don't know about that, George.
Yo, but the crazy part is we could switch it up because they have a random number. I can type in any random number. The first person that gets it wins the jersey. We might do that next week.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, we ready?
Yeah, let's get it.
All right. Barbonus 7.
Barbonus 7.
Congratulations. Did you win one already?
I can't remember.
That sounds
bro.
familiar. That
He's
sounds
been- he's
Sound
been-
familiar,
he's
but
been
I can't
following-
remember.
Since November 28th, so shout out to him.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
That's
dope.
the first episode. If
That's big time.
memory
Big
serves
time.
me correct, congratulations, my guy. Coming here
Yeah.
every week, and on the 7th episode, you win you a jersey. That's legit. All right, I got bonus right here. Okay, that's what's up, man. Okay.
So
Let's
shout
go,
out to
chat.
chat.
Congratulations.
Let's go.
Thank you
You're
guys
welcome,
for
brother.
supporting. Keep coming. Keep coming every week. I think that your chances are increased if you. Oh, that's if you're a regular, right?
Yeah, if you're a regular, but I'm not gonna give out those facts. We tell that in the kicker, the kicker room, the gray room,
Yeah.
room. We give out
Disregard.
little hints. Yeah, we give out little hints how to win more. What do you guys want to? What else do you guys want for a giveaway besides the jersey? Some money, 200 euros.
We could, we could, from our sponsors, you know what I'm saying? We could do something.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hyper Ice or
Mhm.
Beyond Meat. We could do some of that. You know what I'm saying?
Gift cards.
Yep.
Yes, sir. But yeah, man, and also hit up the Discord, man. Jordan was telling me how you guys had a lot of good ideas, man. So just keep feeding him the ideas, so we can get this popping off in here. Make the show as as good as it can be. All right, we moving on.
Yeah, let's go to the gray room, man. I'm ready, man.
Let's see. Boom. The gray room might be a little sketchy today, but we're gonna get through it.
So, shout out to our sponsors, Hyper Ice and Beyond Meat. I did have my gun up here. Have you guys been using it, Dell and Shaq?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Dell and JD.
Hey, one sec. Sorry. Yeah, I've been using it. Really quick. Southpaw cheered 100 bits. Thank you so much, Southpaw. I see you in here every week. Southpaw's a regular. You're an OG. Thank you so much.
Yo, good looking, Southpaw. You already
I'm
know.
taking it with me on the trip, on my next journey to having that,
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be better for them. So
Yeah, man. Shout out Southpaw, man. Thanks for the donation, my guy.
Yeah, thank you.
What we got first?
All right, we in the gray room. So now it's time for overrated, underrated. We're gonna take deep dives in these. First one, we got Instagram DMs, and I think they're underrated because you can reach anybody in the world if they have an account. Like, you can generate business, you can develop relationships with people, business wise and professionally via DM. You can call, you can text. Now they have a video chat. You can do multiple chat. Like, it's a game changer, and it's free. You know what I'm saying? So I've done a lot of stuff via DM on the business side.
Down in the DM, man.
Yeah, on some real stuff, man. On some business stuff, it goes down. So what do you guys think about, the DMs? Are they underrated or are they overrated? Dale, let's start with you.
It's so underrated. It's probably the most underrated trait. It's probably the most underrated thing I've ever seen in my life, honestly. Yeah. And it's all because of everything you just said. And it's only one knock on DMs, and it's all because, and as much as you love them, it's all because of the women, man. It's all because of them. It's all because they have the nerve to just sit there and say, "Oh, he DM'd me." And that tone, that people view,
just like that.
People view DMs the way they do, but it's the most underrated trait. And for everything you could literally start a business, meet a friend. Katie got this podcast called The Etc. He met the dude that he's co-hosting with. Yep. He met a dude through his spam page. He met that dude that became so close and talking that now he's doing a podcast with Kevin Durant. So it's stuff like that. You could meet your wife from a DM. It could go many places with just a single DM. So it's the most underrated trait. It only became not when this is what I never said. When a girl tells people, "Oh, he DM'd me." What's your reason for that? If I seen you on the street, I would have said, "What's up to you?" This is my only form of communication right now, so we took it this way. But yeah, it's the most underrated thing there is, and I feel like whoever says overrated is like,
yeah.
That's how I met my girls, through the DM. So right. She DM'd me.
I 100% agree that not just Instagram DMs, but I mean, since
social media DM,
yeah, DMs in general, like Jay was saying, you can create so many different business opportunities. I look at it from a business perspective, and being able to connect and network with people, and that's where it becomes underrated. On Twitter, I've been able to connect with people just from reaching out, saying, "I like what you're doing. How can we work together?" And things have panned out that way. So yeah, I mean, it's so underutilized. People are still, like, older generations are still cold calling. They're still sending out emails. Like, this is one of the best ways, if you're doing it right without being obnoxious. This is one of the best ways to potentially connect with other businesses and other people just in your space, and you want to collab with them.
Facts. Because what they're doing, before you go, Shaq, because JD, what they're doing is they're already looking at your track record. Are they being consistent? Is the quality there? So they're already asking themselves this, and then they're sending it to the higher ups. Like, we really want to work with them because they're doing X, Y, Z. So DMs is like your resume. Like, that's what it is, man. And it's crazy about the opportunities that happen on DM. My bad, Shaq. Go ahead.
No, you good, man. I just think every woman is gonna say overrated for the most part because they're the one being attacked, like, by all these savage dogs. But I mean, as far as the business connection, it's unbelievable. Like, you and just the interaction with fans. Like, my fans hit me up in the DMs all the time, and I have conversations with them, and it makes their day and it makes them happy, and it also makes me feel good just because that connection wouldn't be there, say back in the day so much as it is now. Right. I mean, people utilizing that, as much as I do, but I mean, back in the days, I feel like it was undervalued But then when you got the verified check, you know, everybody gets a verified check now. So I feel like Instagram DMs, you can reach out to people and they have the top requests. So it's like if I DM somebody famous because I'm verified, mine goes to a whole nother, you know, inbox. So, I mean, I think that's dope. So, yeah, it's super underrated, man. Anybody can DM me from any business and be like, hey, let's collab.
And you're open to do it.
Because I can see their resume right there on the spot. I click one, you know, I click one link and I'm on their page, seeing what they do.
Hey, Shaq, was that a hint, nudge, nudge right there?
Which part?
Any business can shoot you a DM.
Oh man,
if they want to work together.
Not any, right?
No.
I mean, they can DM them.
There's some stuff on the horizon that no, because every time we reach out to somebody, that happens. So we chilling for a second, finding the perfect partners.
All right, so what about the one white guy at every black cookout? Is he like overrated or underrated? Because JD, I see you laughing.
Let's ask Jordan in this show. Do you feel overrated or underrated?
Oh my God! Oh my God!
That one white guy.
Jordan, do you feel overrated or underrated?
Yes.
This is your shining moment.
Right.
This is the J Awards. Everything, get it off right now.
Right.
Oh my God, bro. Oh God. So is it?
They're asking for a
one
poll.
white guy? Is it the one white guy at the cookout, or is it just that one?
It's whatever you want it to be. It's whatever you. It's the same thing.
Yo, here's the thing. It comes with it's circumstantial. It's gotta be. It can't be any white guy, right? Because there's people who are they're just not gonna fit in. They're just not gonna fit in. Right. I'm gonna say the white guy on the screen. That's a good white guy right there. That guy fits in. He's going to get accepted into any and all groups because he knows how to weave. He knows how to weave in conversation. He's a chameleon. Man. He's a social chameleon. He loves all people. I think that guy's a dope guy right there. I think he's underrated. I think you need this guy.
Yeah, and go ahead, Dale. We do need him.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's actually underrated. Depends on where you're at. You know, if you're at for that one guy, there also is that one black guy also who's probably more so prominent than that one guy, that one white guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's I think he's a very underrated source. Like, I don't see us. Not to say it's because he's white, but he's the token white guy on the show. But I don't see us manifesting the way we are without a JD and him not knowing about something and just feeling enlightened. And you need that. And we need to see it on his side, waking up, like what he said earlier. I wanted to touch on that when he was talking about when he saw the police. It was like, oh, I know this place is safe. And that's a weird thing. And then for us, if I see him in some place, I'll be like that, you just never know. Like you just never know what could go on when the cops come around. So, but to know that and see that, that's how you view stuff. Everybody need that insight because you have to think outside of the box in everything you do. You can't think the way you was taught, the way you was raised. Everyone's not thinking like that. And I had going to college opened my eyes to that. Being my school more white than black, just like wow, how everything is just so different. But he's a very, very, very underrated trait, and you're doing it very well. Like, you know, very well. Just one day, come on with the bandana on and the 1, 2. You know, so for sure.
Hey Del, am I invited to a family cookout?
Easily. That's a party.
Yeah.
I've never been invited to a cookout.
I just learned how to play this summer, which is weird, and I feel like you're probably good at it. Just being that you're white. Cornhole, is that the name?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, you're good, right?
I love cornhole. Come on, bro.
See, look.
I love cornhole. Let's go.
Yeah, listen.
No, here's the thing. I'll say this. I'll say like everybody needs different ethnicities, different perspectives, and like the thing about JD is JD. JD doesn't try to be something he's not. And when we can feel comfortable around, say if we're with a group of white people, you know, we could be ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Or you're with a group of Asians or Latinos, like you can be yourselves. Like that's when stuff starts to really happen and click, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's all I want to throw it in there.
Yo, listen, man. Yeah, man, I'm going to have to go underrated, man. Extremely underrated. The versatility of this guy, you know, sitting across from me is amazing. And he's a get-out-of-jail-free card. If we happen to run into the police, you know, he'll talk us out of that situation. I have 100% confidence in him, and I actually plan on him doing that. If he didn't, I would be rather taken aback if he didn't get me out of a tight jam with the popo. But but anyways, nah, man, super underrated, man. And as Jay was saying, I remember when we were starting this show, you know, it's like, man, you know, we got this dynamic of three brothers in Jordan. I'm like, is he going to be able to keep up? And Jay was like, yeah, man, don't even worry about it. Like, he going to bring it. He going to bring it. I was like, all right, enough said. And then not only did you exceed expectations, but you overachieved, man. So shout out to Jordan, even though he only got one trophy. But yeah. Shout out to that one white guy.
Oh, come on. You got to throw shade on the trophy.
Jordan fire, for sure. Jordan is fire, and he's dope. But what about Kevin Hart's stand-up comedy career? Like, honestly, like, he was hot when he not first came out, but when he did Big Little Man. So that's when he...
Yeah, go ahead.
When he did, it might have been before that. I know he did Soul Plane. I know he did other stuff, but his stand-up career, right? So from that point, like Big Little Man, I'm like, okay, hilarious. I wouldn't have seen it in the theater, crying, right? Like I think that was the most, you know, laughter I've had on a Kevin Hart's like his comedy special. But then it started to get kind of, you know, redundant. He's reusing, recycling stuff. And I get it. If you watch somebody so much and he's so big, he started to do certain things. You're like, man, he always do this, man. Like he's kind of old and played out. But you can't knock on the business side and the number side what he's done, how he's taken it global and things of that nature. So I would say from that perspective, it is underrated because we're gonna look back at this and be like, yo, Kevin Hart showed us how to start a production company, how to do, you know, all these business deals as we're talking about via, you know, social media. So I think it's underrated, his stand-up comedy career.
I agree. I think it's very underrated. His first 2 or 3 maybe I think are classics. His last one I didn't watch yet, but for what he's became from, you say Soul Plane, but before that and
Paper Soldiers.
Paper Soldiers, you know what I'm saying? That's the same guy. To his first 3 was really classic, had me in tears.
Yeah.
And he's, to every movie he make now, to what he does for his friends, it's all because of his stand-up to have that name and to continue. So for anyone to say it's overrated, you can't base it on him where he at now because he's not in that space no more. Like, you know, everybody that reaches a mountaintop at what they've done in their career, like let's say if it's comedy, if it's Drake as a musician, Jay-Z as a rapper, when you get to the top, the hardest thing to do is reevaluate yourself to keep your fans interested. Because you can't really talk about the same things that got you there. Like, yo, that whip you wanted, that big-ass house that for your boys, all that stuff, you could get that now. Now you really got to reevaluate it. And he's going through that right now in terms of the stand-up comedy. But overrated his stand-up, never. I think it got him to where he is, and he's one of the GOATs. If you look at all the numbers and everything, he's one of the GOATs in the stand-up and comedy and what he's being able to do. So I could never say his joint is overrated.
I want to preface what I'm about to say with I really like Kevin Hart. I think he does a lot of things really well.
All right, Jay. You just Jay. You just got out of.
He's an entrepreneur.
You just had a moment.
you just got the golden ticket.
Hey, man, listen. Kevin Hart, he's doing so much, and he's like the true epitome of like a come up story. He's done everything on his own, and stand-up comedy is arguably one of the hardest things to do. Period. You're all on your own. You don't rely on anybody. You have to stand up there and submit yourself to criticism day in and day out. if you don't get laughs, like you have to be able to react to that and not crumble. Like that is so difficult. So I love comedy. I watch so much stand-up comedy, and this is why I'm going to be a little critical in his comedy. He's underrated as just his entire career in things he's doing outside of just his stand-up routine, but purely on his stand-up, it is very overrated, and it's because he's very gimmicky. This is obviously an opinion, because you can like stand-up for whatever reasons. It's just like why you would have a favorite athlete, right? It's just all opinion. My opinion is that when comedians have to change their voice a lot, and they do all these, they're moving around a ton, it's very gimmicky, and it's easy to get a laugh by doing that. It's much harder to get a laugh simply by just telling a story in a funny way. He does still do that, but I think he has too many gimmicks, and it just kind of turns me off a little bit. I will still watch every single stand-up that Kevin Hart puts out, because I do like him, and he does have some funny bits. But in general, I was disappointed in his most recent one. I think he had like one or two bits that I was crying, laughing at, but the majority of it, I was just like, man, here we go again. They're just very gimmicky. But yeah, I think his stand-up is very overrated.
I think he's underrated, of course, but like he got game said, they hate to see you win. When you first coming up, they root and cheer you on, but when you make it and get too big, they root against you and want to see you fail. I personally thought his last stand-up was hilarious, but it's coming from a standpoint from a guy with a lot of money. Do I have a lot of money? No, but I have some. So it's like, for me, I'm like, I get what you're doing here. I understand it. I get it. So I don't feel like it was for everyone, in my opinion, but I thought it was hilarious. And I feel like he has shining moments a lot, but he had one or two in there. I think the one before this one, or it might have been two before this one, where he had the visuals on the screen. He stole that from Hassan Minhaj stand-up Homecoming King, which is probably the best stand-up on Netflix right now. Hassan Minhaj Homecoming King. If you haven't seen it, you should probably check it out. It's pretty dope.
I have to watch that. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I mean, as far as telling stories, and, he's an immigrant, so it's super funny. But what Kevin does, like, I got to agree with Jay, it is gimmicky. You know what's coming before it happens. You know the voices are coming. He's always going back to his previous stand-ups, and he's reaching back into that bag. But at the end of the day, it's still funny. You still laugh. The replay value on his recent ones aren't as heavy as the ones earlier on, of course, but he's still underrated. Right. And I still feel like he dropped before people even give his stand-up a chance. Anything new that he drops on Twitter, it'll be number one, and it'll just be everybody bashing it. And it's the same exact thing with every major artist, every major anybody.
When they get to that point.
Exactly. Correct. It has to be over-the-top dynamic. Drake is the only one that gets this running pass of no matter what you put out, it's amazing.
True.
I don't know. Since Drake lost to Pusha, I've said this to people. You've seen a little chink in his armor where people are critiquing him more.
I don't think so, because he can do everything except dance. like it isn't.
So you didn't like that hot?
You see what I mean? You see where Jay about to
Hotline Bling?
I actually thought it was creative.
It's a good song.
Yeah. If you're gonna make a dance song, I thought that was the one. But no, Kevin Hart, I think he's just at the top. You see people coming for him like Mike Epps. Like, don't get me wrong, I think Mike Epps is funny, but I just think in the African American community, he's really funny. So they want to give him that credit.
Mike Epps was funny.
But they want to give him that barbershop credit type funny. But I don't think he's funnier than Kevin Hart. Now Eddie Murphy, that's a whole nother realm, I think, as far as comedy. So
don't even go there. Let's leave the GOAT alone. I don't want to have this conversation with the GOAT today.
I feel like Dave Chappelle can. I feel like Dave can catch Eddie.
Dave Chappelle already surpassed Eddie. Dave Chappelle is the best stand-up comedian to ever breathe.
I feel like Dave just needs one that is just like Eddie Murphy red suit. He needs Eddie Murphy red suit.
His Eddie Murphy red suit is him in the jumpsuit.
He's not.
He's so much better, bro. Dave Chappelle, he's so much better at telling stories. Eddie Murphy is hilarious. He is what.
No, but the thing with Dave is when he's telling stories.
That's what Eddie Murphy would still do to Dave Chappelle. What he did to him in The Nutty Professor. Let's not go there now. Let's not go there now. That was young Dave Chappelle with the buck. Let's not go there.
I forgot all about that. Wow.
Exactly. Let's not do that. Let's play our plays. Dave is a ghost. Let's play our plays, but let's
By
not
Mariana.
do that yet.
But my thing with
By
Dave
Mariana.
Chappelle is I feel like he's just like when he's telling stories, I feel like they can be so much more funnier. I just really do. I feel like
Yeah,
he
the
picks
thing
and
with him,
chooses.
His great content, his content base
Please.
is funny, is amazing.
Yo,
Like,
his joke where he talks about he pulls out jokes and it's the punchline or whatever, and he works backwards. He said,
yes,
or he goes, I'm
tells
going to tell you the
first, and
punchline.
He brings
And
everything
he-
together. He's
and
the goat
you
at that.
You still
Right.
don't see it coming. It's dude.
Right.
He's a comical genius. He's
He
my
is.
he's
He
my
is,
goat.
but Eddie's such a powerhouse. Like he gives you just
He's
haymaker
different, yo. He's
after
different. He's
haymaker
different.
after haymaker. Where Dave is more strategic. It's more like golf
Yeah.
to him. Like it's more technique, and it's
Eddie
amazing.
started all of this, bro. Eddie
And-
started
and you-
the camouflage, being multiple characters. Eddie did
True.
all that. Eddie really laid it. Let's not
He
make
did.
this a J award because I'm going Eddie regardless. So we can do what we want. It's handed over right here.
Hey, but I will say that Dave Chappelle, like, he's a really smart dude. Not saying Eddie is not, but Dave can articulate and get
Exactly.
messages across
That's a fact.
that
That's a
man
fact.
that
We don't know.
that
We
will
don't
hap-
know because it's a different era. If Twitter and all this stuff was around with
Right.
Eddie Murphy, it would have
Right.
probably been
Right.
different for him. You just don't know. Same with Michael Jordan and LeBron. You could say Michael don't do this, this, and that. You don't know. He didn't grow up in this type of era.
That's
Right.
true. But I won't say Dave grew up in. Dave is coming out of a shell now.
Yeah,
with
but the thing is,
gram
Dave can
but-
drop an IGTV episode that never goes anywhere except IGTV, and it'll work, and it'll have a message behind it.
Yep.
And
Right,
you're
but
gonna
that's-
say it's funny and good because it has some type of message. It's very likable, and that's the thing with
Right.
Dave. He takes a likable route a lot,
Yo,
not
he-
all the
He
time, but a
doesn't
lot.
fail. When he do a stand up for 20, he doesn't fail. I've never seen Dave fail. The thing
Yeah,
is
that's
with
true.
Eddie
That's
got
true.
the stand up, he got the movie, he got the one hit wonder track. He got it all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He do.
Eddie really got it all. Like Dave's movies, Half Baked, and then remember Eddie was also in Blue Streak. Oh, I mean, what's the name was in Blue Streak? Dave, it's like, come on, Dave.
I feel like the difference is Eddie's a power hitter. Dave is waiting for his pitch, and Kevin Hart is swinging at everything. And I think that's where the separation is.
Ooh, that's
The thing
good.
is, no, I
That's
don't
good.
think so, because Dave had his pitch. Dave didn't even swing at his pitch. He's like,
No,
Dave
he didn't
is
like it. He
mentally
didn't.
smart.
He didn't like it. He didn't
He's
like
like,
me. Yeah,
I
I'll
see the-
strike
I see
out.
the
I'll yep.
fastball, but it's gonna curve after.
Yeah, it's a
Yo.
changeup.
Yeah.
Can someone in the chat clip that? Can someone in the chat clip what Shaq just said? That was
Yeah, that was
genius.
sweet.
That,
Yeah, that
because
was-
you
that
know
was
Kevin
it.
out here.
Shaq's good for that. Shaq got a lot of those in the bag.
You do. You do too, though. You do too.
Nah, not like that. Shaq always got a 3-hitter.
No, but then a quick
I'm
comeback.
telling you, he got a lot of them.
Yeah, he do. Hey, so what do you guys think about? Speaking of a lot, I'll tell you who got a lot. 50 Cent, and he got a lot, and he's in his bag when it comes to this TV stuff because he got what he got. Power series. Like, seriously though, he's attached himself to a franchise, and Power did his thing. Now you got the one with Tyreek. Everybody hated Tyreek. Like, so he developed throughout the show to carry what's going on right now with was it Ghost Book 2? What is it? Whatever.
I haven't Power Book or something like that.
I think it's Power.
You gotta watch it, bro. Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta
that's the
watch
thing.
it.
I didn't see
Oh.
the last season of Power from when Ghost died because they killed Angela. I wasn't very upset about that. So I didn't. They killed Angela, so I didn't watch the last season, and I didn't watch this one. But yeah, 50 is for sure he attached his name to some amazing show. This one, he has another show. I hope it's called like
No, Life. ABC.
For Money for Life.
Yeah, for Life, and that's
yeah,
dope.
Yeah.
I heard it's
And
dope
that's-
too. I
that's
haven't watched
dope.
that one either.
No, me and wifey
So
was watching that. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of slow, but it's dope
Yeah.
And that's what's up, man.
because
I'm
it's
happy for
based
50,
on
you
true
know.
events, but not really. But it's inspired
all
by
his,
true
all
events.
his investments, all his investment TV show. You know when he
Yeah.
caught the vitamin water lake, he
Yep.
like he know how to make money. Like, you know what I'm saying. So I'm happy for 50. I'm happy to see when the gangster rappers
Right.
become stuff like this. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because
Right.
it's always a weird switch when you talk about this and that, but then you see what it's about, just getting your name out there, making money, generational money, and that's what he's doing now.
I mean, I
What do you
think
think?
you're also you're overcoming stereotypes when people.
Yeah.
I think there might be a general thought of, oh, this guy's a rapper. He's not smart. He just knows how to rhyme. Like, you know,
Right,
there's probably a stereotype with that. And to see someone as big and successful in rap as 50 Cent become this entrepreneur, businessman, and he's making money and he's making good moves, and he's still hilarious on social media. The stuff that he says. I will say I haven't seen Power. This is on Stars.
Yeah. Yeah, it's on Stars.
Or Fire
But you
TV
have to.
if you
I
have
have
one.
to try and figure out how to
Dale has
watch
that
it. I've never
website for
seen.
you. Dale has his
Oh
website.
yeah. Yo, listen,
Dale, can you
when
put
I
that
tell you-
website in the chat for all our viewers, because that's a good website that you keep trying to put on to me when I have a Fire
listen,
Stick,
guys,
a Fire
listen,
Cube,
Listen.
Fire
On your
TV.
laptop, your iPad, or even the Fire Stick TV, the website I give you with the login is the greatest thing known to man.
Okay.
And it pops up like a Netflix. The movies that you press play in is. I watched
Wait,
Wonder Woman.
do you
there,
gotta
I
pay
watched
for it?
Tenet there.
Wonder Woman was garbage.
Do you
Oh,
got to
that's
pay for
probably
it?
The worst superhero. That's the worst superhero movie I've ever seen.
What,
What you said,
1984?
Shaq?
Yes.
Yes, the worst superhero movie I've
I
ever
haven't seen either of them. I was not a fan
The
of
first,
the
one
first
is
one.
good. The first
Okay.
one is good.
Yo,
Yeah, first
have,
one's better.
The worst superhero movie I've ever seen in my life.
have you seen the trailer for Queen? You know who? Man, who am I?
Not Wendy Williams.
No, that's probably gonna be fire. But you know what I'm talking about. Set it off.
Queen Latifah?
Queen Latifah.
Yeah, Queen Latifah. They got they're making an Equalizer, but a woman edition. Like it's a
Oh, I
series.
haven't seen that.
It's
that's
premiering after
dope.
the Super Bowl, and the trailer looks like Blacklist type stuff.
But you see, this
Alright.
is what I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of movies becoming shows. Like I hated that Shooter with Mark Wahlberg became a show.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
hated
That's
that.
a good
What
movie.
was
That's
the-
a good movie though.
What was the pill one? Where he takes the pill and he can do it. That was actually kind of a good
Matrix?
show.
Limitless.
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 I felt like that was a good show.
It's
It
a
was.
good one. It's a
It was
good one.
unneeded though.
Jack Ryan became a show, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough
Yeah.
gig.
Should've
It's
left
a
that one
tough
alone.
gig.
just
It's a
leave
tough
it
gig.
alone, man.
But
So-
to comment on 50 in the Power stuff, you guys are very easily entertained. I watched up into the second season. Everybody rants and raves about it, but I feel like it's just that show that gives you exactly what you want. Like you want cliffhangers, you want the unseen, you want stuff like that. So that's cool. Like in 50, I feel like is a genius, and I feel like he has a lot to do with the direction of the story. But me, I couldn't really get into Power. It was kind of cheesy, and I feel like it was a lot of cheesiness going on. Good
But this is
storyline.
what Shaq, you confused me. You really confused me. This is why we always got to go back and forth.
It was kind of
because
cheesy.
What show doesn't have everything you just named?
I feel like Blacklist is not a cheesy show, and that's me being
Blacklist,
perfectly
I
honest.
love Blacklist, and it's the most cheesy show there is.
What?
I'm gonna explain the Blacklist episode to you right now. I love it.
Uh-huh.
Like love it.
But this is what I tell you about. They give you what you want. In Power, they
Hold
just
on,
do
hold on,
random
no.
things, and you're like, oh my
Hey,
god.
JD, have you ever seen Blacklist?
No, that's on Netflix, right? I think I've come across it.
Jay, have
Yeah,
you
it's on
saw it?
Netflix. Yes.
Okay,
I
look,
like
so
it.
This is a Blacklist episode, JD. Is this dude Raymond Reddington? He's on the most wanted list. People are scared of him.
No,
His
get
name rings
past the
bells,
fact
yada,
that it's a TV show and you can't kill off the main actors. Let's get past that.
yada.
part.
It's not about that. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the cheesiness. This is how it goes. Raymond's like a snitch now. He gives.
You don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know that.
Okay,
You don't know that.
Whatever. He gives the FBI names on the blacklist, on the most wanted list. Every episode, he gives them a name. They get the name just to be screwed by him in the middle episode that he wanted them to get the name for his own, and it ends. Over and over.
Yo, him screwing them around the 35-minute mark every episode is gold, by the way. You love to see.
Falling up with it, and you're like, oh, Johnny Ray, you got him again.
No, you're right. You're right. But no, you're right. But that Prison Break was also another
Oh,
one
yeah,
of those
Prison Break.
ones where
Yeah.
you knew
Yeah,
exactly
like,
what was
oh,
gonna
We
happen.
about to get out, and then this happened.
Okay, but Black
Every show
Mirror,
has it, bro.
Black Mirror is
Every
probably the
show
only
has it.
one that isn't like that.
What?
Black Mirror.
Right, because that's not based on the same characters going. It's everything switching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what's the name wasn't like that either. Not Narcos, the joint we love on Netflix with the comedian when he moved his family.
Oh, Black is. You talking about that
Yeah,
one?
He moved his family out. The accountant dude.
This is a drama.
Oh, you're talking about
Better Call Saul with.
No. Oh my God.
It's a good show.
Oh, it's with Jason.
Yes, it was with Jason Shepard. No, Jason.
It's a
It's a guy-
comedian.
Bateman. Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a good one.
What's the show
damn.
called?
He moved his family to the town.
No,
Right?
it's called.
Ozarks.
Ozark.
Yeah, there you go.
Ozark doesn't have that.
That's a good
Yeah.
show.
Yeah,
It is.
Ozark doesn't have that. That's one show I'm watching that it doesn't have that little. Oh, in this episode we about to know Ozark. Really
Nah,
flows
you
really
don't know
well.
what's coming on.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't know
Ozark
what's
is
about to happen.
really well done.
Yo, The Wire
So-
didn't get good to me until the season 4 where they incorporated the kids, and after that, like, that's when The
Well,
Wire
you
took
see,
off.
And I stopped watching The Wire because the first 2 or 3 seasons was just so slow to me.
It
Yeah,
was.
no, it's slow.
Oh, I
It was.
did that with Breaking Bad also. Everybody told me keep watching Breaking Bad. It's one of the most amazing shows.
Yeah, Breaking
I
Bad
watched
Yeah.
was
it.
slow. Breaking
It's
Bad was slow.
slow.
And then they
It was
said
slow.
to me, they was like, yo, watch Gus. Wait till Gus get in there. I met Gus and I still wasn't impressed and I just stopped.
Yeah.
Never finished it.
Yeah,
What?
but
Yeah.
Gotta finish.
but he got game in the mentions talking about Game of Thrones. I personally will never, but I know people who have.
Yeah.
Listen, I was
I-
on your side, Shaq, until
Yeah.
I watched season 1.
Yeah.
And after I watched season 1, the way season 1 did, I'm like, you guys are sick, and I'm here for every minute of it. And I stayed, and I finished from. This was last year before 8 came back, or it was 8 was like 2 or 3 episodes in. I watched Game of Thrones all 8 seasons in a matter of a week.
I've never.
Oh wow.
I'm not a Star Wars fan, and I haven't seen that many. But I would literally want to watch Star Wars all the chapters before I watch Game of Thrones.
Wow.
I was with you. I seen it. I seen the pictures, but Eddard Stark, you watch season
Listen,
1.
look, he got
Yeah.
games
Yeah,
slow.
He's throwing out names.
Slow
throwing out
burn,
names.
you got to stay with it. Trust me. And then you tell me that the ending was trash, so I have nothing to look forward to except heartbreak.
It was
It
only the
was.
final episode.
Yeah, the final
Everything
episode.
else-
Season 8 was good. Season 8 was good, except the final episode.
It's only the final episode.
It's 2 things in season 8 that could have been better, and it would have been climatic proportion of a show. Cause season 1 and then you meet a girl named Arya Stark from Winterfell. I'm not playing with you. How you give it up? It's crazy, Shaq. I'm telling you, like.
Hey, he's adamant about it for sure, and rightfully
I
so.
couldn't believe what I was watching.
I'm a binge
Like how
watcher
crazy
too.
it
I'm a
was.
binge watch the first. How many episodes? It's HBO, so what, 10?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a binge
some-
Get
watcher.
into it.
Nah.
Get
Hey,
into it.
so JD, did you want to comment on Power Series, or did you already?
I've never seen it, but yeah, I've never
Don't do
seen
it. Don't do it. Don't.
LeBron, the GOAT, he gives away $1.3 million to a family. I think that's dope. Like, and he's doing it himself, right? For whatever. And I know what Dell is gonna say. He's always trying to be in the mix. He's a mastermind of.
No, not when it comes to this. Not when it comes to
Okay,
this.
got you.
Don't
But
get me
what?
wrong, I have never seen anything like him. He's like a truly powerhouse. If he
Yeah.
has his agenda, it's in his mind, and I never see him spew that out, that side out
Right.
off the court. From the I Promise school to how he take care of his boys, his
Yeah.
kids he play with, because I know Rome Travis personally. I've had to talk to Rome about stuff. It's like they got own Nike logins. It's like he take care of his people. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? To a big extent. So off the court stuff, I'll never say nothing. He just used his little brown ways.
I can't believe they didn't show the security that's following that ban.
Yeah,
there's got to be like
A
50
helicopter.
50 bodies.
Bro.
Yeah.
1.3 million.
There is nobody
True.
like LeBron James. And what's cool about LeBron too is that I think you can tell how genuine he is in the stuff that he does. And like this makes him, I think that this almost makes him more happy than playing basketball, because he knows where he came from.
That's
And
a fact, yeah.
he's a person who there's so many people who forget about their roots. They're like, I got here, screw everyone down here, because now I'm chilling. He's someone who's like, I am grounded. I know where I came from. I understand how blessed I am, and I want to make as many people's lives as possible as happy as can be. And I know that I can do that stuff, so he's going to do it. He dedicates a portion of his life to that stuff. He made a freaking school, for God's sakes. Like, there's
Right.
nobody like LeBron James, and we just don't deserve the guy.
Yeah, he's
Right.
dope. Shaq.
No, I got nothing to say. You guys pretty much covered it.
All right. David Bowie. He's the a rock icon back in the day. He's still relevant. I mean, he's still an icon. But he calls out MTV back when nobody was doing this. He was like, hey, like, why aren't you guys playing more black music? Basically, why? Why aren't you doing this? And he was adamant about it. So that was very bold for someone like him of that stature to just go out and be like, why aren't you guys doing this? Like,
Which is
have you guys-
crazy to say,
Yeah.
Jay. Which is crazy to say that that's bold for him to say that. Like that.
Right.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
dude,
I
that's just,
watched-
it's so sad.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
watched the clip and it was just G-check time, and you could tell that he had a bone to pick, and he picked every part of that bone. I watched the full thing. Like, they had a 2-minute clip on Twitter, but I went and watched the 4-minute clip, and he was just laughing like, yo, this is really unbelievable. He couldn't fathom it all the way.
Yeah.
Dale,
I-
did you see it? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No,
Go ahead,
I
JD.
haven't seen it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's a breath of fresh air when people who are, especially specifically white successful celebrities, business owners, whoever they are in the spotlight, and they have so much recognition, they have followers, they have a platform. When they speak out and against these injustices and like holding a group of people back, like I love everyone who does that, and it, like you said, and it's crazy to say, but they are putting their career at risk by doing it, which is wild.
Mm-hmm. For sure. I agree.
All right. So Von Miller, you know, I don't know. Will he be a Hall of Famer? He will, right? I feel like he will.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kinda.
I think he'll be a
I
Hall
mean,
of
yeah,
Famer.
he went crazy. But listen
Yeah.
to me. You got it.
so recently it just came out that he has some a text thread with his ex-fiance Megan Denise, and basically he was just like, F them kids, right? And stuff like that, man. When it get out, you know, it can get taken out of proportion, right? I think like just because of who he is, it really got blew up. But what are your guys' thoughts on that whole Von Miller situation?
Listen,
Let's go, Shaq.
Yeah, I've been here before in in this same exact kind of situation where you just like, when he said this is the biggest mistake of my life, like I felt everything that he was saying, because it's like you put all your eggs in this basket, and you know she's a stripper or whatever, whatnot, but it's still like you trust this person, you think it's gonna be one way, and then it turns out to be a totally different way, and it's super frustrating. Would I have texted? Probably not. I feel like he could have called and got all of this off, but it just goes to show what he's talking about. Like, she getting on social media, and that's the thing. Like, these females in social media, it's just making you look insane. Guys too, when you do stuff like this, especially this is personal. But your kid's gonna grow up and be like, man, my dad's a Super Bowl champion, my mom was this, and that, and y'all was wilding. All right, it doesn't matter. Yeah, okay, we're gonna see.
Also, growing up and having to see those receipts, that would not be a good feeling. I man, this is so weird for me, because I really dislike when people share their personal business to a certain extent. I think that it's cool for people to share personal experiences when they're maybe struggling or something, but it doesn't involve anyone else. It's just, hey, I lost a bunch of money last week to XYZ, or, I have a family with health issues and, I'm going through a struggle. When you start introducing, hey, I'm beefing with somebody, let's unleash the wolves on this person. And this is why I'm struggling with it, because what Von Miller said is it's hard to defend that. Like, he could have chosen different words. You could be angry with somebody and choose different words.
No, the miscarriage part was too far. He
went too far. What I'm saying.
I think
that's what I'm saying.
The biggest thing, like, we don't see the whole context of this situation.
Right.
He's not a. I read this and I was just like, oh, okay, another day in Swimmingly Paradise or whatever. and honestly, and this is because what that woman he's texting, she's probably the smartest person in this, because she's responding without her real self. She's responding, when she posted, because she know what she's doing, she's gonna look all sad and depressed. No, he's not saying that to anyone that's texting back how she's texting back right now. He's not that much of a drawbox. He's not doing that. Like, he's not doing that at all. So she's laying, oh, I'm so disappointed in you. You've been trying to get me pregnant for years. Shut up, please. Like, you know what you're saying. You're laying it. You know where this is going. His name is Von Miller. He's a prominent NFL player. It ain't some Joe Schmo. Like, right. You know what I'm saying? Like she knows what she's doing. So I see that, I'm like, oh, she played that very well. That's what she did.
She set him up.
She played that so well. Like, that's all I got from it. I'm not looking at him no way, because I know I done said some wild stuff to my son's mother, and she done said some wild stuff to me. But like, it has happened. She played that very, very, very well, and that's all.
But also, Del, you're not going to release that to the public, and I would hope that your baby's mama would never release whatever you said to the public. Like, that's between you guys.
Who knows?
Yeah.
My thing is, Jordan, we need to get this this betting system set up in the chat, because I would love to see an over or under on if they get back together, because I'm going with they're for sure getting back together.
Why would she would just leave? She knows what she's in for.
We're going to talk off the air, but I've known stories of this, and they've got, like, personal friends of mine that was more dangerous and more damning than this.
He looks a little like he likes some dangerous type stuff. That's all I'm saying. He looks like he's on board. Yeah, so.
Swimmingly holding hands.
Hey, fellas, way to come back strong, man. Hey, 3-hour show. Like, this is the first show of the year. And shout out to the viewers that are still here. Chat, y'all showed up today. Y'all still booming right now.
Man. Shout out, man. Shout out. See you guys next week, man. Got a lot of stuff in the works, man.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Southpaw. My guy. All right, bro.
Let's get it crazy.
All right,
yo, I'm gonna let her send those jerseys out tomorrow, fellas.
Trigas,
all
I got
right, for sure.
Let's go.
Appreciate it, Del.
All right, Del, you'll get your jersey.
All right.
All right, peace out. Peace.